when I decide to play Steins Gate after this.
They say that the bovine bounty of a horseback hustle gives a hookshot.
Oh god.
Oh, causalities on one of.
Fucking love it.
Where's my bonus?
That might rip some people right there.
Yes, people really hate that check, even though it's not bad at all.
It's really not. I think that was Molnitz.
Oh, looks like we're collecting some skills to see.
I can't believe Matt Tagging is getting rewarded for that pod play.
I'm watching Hamster instead. I'm too sad after you lost. I was too invested in you winning one.
So it was a Nugget seed, and Frostbite went to Catfish and got mids, and McTagging went to pod and got the hook shot.
I was in pod again.
Like that, like why are you skipping Catfish to begin with after Aga? Doesn't make sense. You have a glove, just go. Like, what if it has a bow? What if it has like something that would help you do pod?
Counterpoint. Catfish bad.
Like, what if it has like the hook shot as well? Like, Catfish can have something that will help. Like, you're missing 2 items for pod. 2 items. I don't get it.
Like they say in the Disney Channel original movie Brink, go
Sounds
big.
so,
Oh wait,
like-
that's Johnny Tsunami. Hold on. Go big or go home.
Just check the fucking Catfish before. Like, it gives you such. It should give you insight of what you should. I mean,
Oh, fast. We have chest and matches counter again.
Fucking chicken.
imagine if you
Chicken!
don't have a bottle and you don't know how to mimic it.
Holy. That's a Midas house.
And,
Wait, what the fuck was the chest coloring?
That's if you get a smart key. Oh, what is this Midas house? That was 4 major items.
I'm just gonna intentionally fill this in.
You also got a fire rod? Okay. Fuck that shit. Fuck hog. Hey, Wayne said a lot of good things to me. That was actually pretty nice.
I mean, that's good. Like, honestly, you deserve them. You played really well.
You did.
Like, I know you're sad. I know you would have rather have won.
Hey, you got farther in the tournament than Andy did.
Farther in the truth than I did.
It's like I really had a great time. I really had a great time. I'm sad it's done. I mean, I want to play more. That's it. I want just play. I don't want to win. I want to play more. 1v1s are actually very fun.
I agree. Never do chickens. Never fucking do chickens.
1v1s are actually literally very fun because that's when you decide, hey, I can skip this, I can skip that. But in
No, I
bigger
agree.
races,
Tactically, they're
like,
super interesting. I find them way more interesting than big races.
Hmm.
big races are like some dumbass.
Gamers their brains out the best.
Some dumbass is gonna do that check, so you want to do it. So basically, it's like who routes more efficiently, who doesn't skip anything, and then those who do consistently, and then there's the moron that try to gamble their brain out and then win some dailies, but in some other they're like at the bottom of the of the finishes.
Okay, but that group's gonna be awesome to watch.
So did you get Ping's group, by the way?
Is that what?
Ping's group, because I started my race, so I don't know
She
who she had.
saw it. I didn't see it. The only good person is like Tom Pounce. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
decent enough.
Okay.
By the way, Hamsta, the seed Pink made me play had a exact 7 scrolls that you could get before you got hard locked in progression from the guy who needs you to have 7 tiger scrolls.
Ew.
I even said it because I had like 5 2 minutes into the game. Like, this is really suspicious.
What can Frostbite do though? Not much. Might be bottleneck into pot. I mean, still has a gate.
Pay all my money.
Hey, my flagging. Why the fuck are you not in my area? Why? The fuck?
Ooh, hammer on purple chest.
Did Frostbite get that, or did Megaflag get it?
No, Frostbite just got the hammer from the purple chest.
That's a good find.
I don't
Yeah, it
know
is.
what was in Hookshot
Just
Cave.
hope that McLagan last locations it.
That's the thing. What was in Hookshot Cave? Oh, like,
I
'cause think
wasn't
it was
paying
something.
attention.
I think the cane was in Hookshot Cave. Which is
Looks
kind
like
of
Kane's
bad.
at Graveyard Ledge.
Fuck that. We had that in the daily as well.
Yeah, we
Ew.
know. Illis mentioned that when we saw where yours was. Fuck my life.
And if he manages to get a bow, Frostbite is in a great spot before going to that mountain. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
if not, then yeah, the fire rod and the cane are in Ocean Cave. That's really, really bad. Kinda. If Frostbite doesn't get a bow. And he's going to that mountain right now, so he's gonna miss them. Ew.
That's real bad.
Mhm.
I hate that bot play. I Ew. Yeah, I think Frostbite is gonna be the bad spot. Because after he's getting that hook shot, he's not going back to that fandom anytime soon. Well, McFlagging could potentially. He's basically only looking for the bow, I think. Because he will do all the garbage Frostbite did. Yep, he's looking for the bow. That's really, really bad. like it's Goomba. But depending on where the bow is, that's really bad. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, Frostbite right now is the only thing you can do is that pod. Which will make him full TS1. Still getting the hook shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch Hansa as well, because
Damn, this chat
Don't
must
wanna
be
watch-
really annoying for our neighbors. It's too
I
bad
don't
they're
wanna watch-
pieces of shit that I don't care about.
don't cover this Misha. So I'll watch
So
Hansa.
sad.
Damn it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
No, don't care enough.
Apparently
Ooh,
when-
so close to a scum. Boo. Except I got a sword, so I'm happy. Temple Fortress.
Well, that's... She finds a bow here. Frostbite's gonna be fine, I guess. Probably.
Smoky Sandy again?
Yeah, Smarky Sanity for sure. And I haven't seen Becky, so probably not on that end.
Yikes, that's a little bit rough.
It's not too bad. Dumbest shit is a lot of these grottos are gonna be useless. Good one. Because scrubs are off. But there's one that is fucking Sun's Grave, which I obviously want.
Or is it entrance?
Song. Yeah, it's indoors again. Simple again. s- Probably should at some point. Yeah, I got 7. To be honest, I only had a bomb pack. So. Shit, I might. You wanna find a bigger on hand?
Does you have a pocket egg?
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems worthwhile. This is some shit ass getting to temple droplets. Gotta say.
much as I hate climbing out of this shit. Why not? What? Yeah, don't mind if I do with my hookshot bow and strength upgrade.
Oh, so this seems like a... I'd say this
Only
would
2
seem like a
small
reasonable
keys,
thing
but-
to do, except for the fact that it's 50 key sanity.
Yeah, so 2 small keys gets me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, which was... Let's see if this is one major again.
I really hate that setting.
Baba's rescue me.
Just go frostbite, got 2 items, just go. Just go.
By the way, really good choice just bailing on pod.
Thank you.
Like, that was a choice that took a lot of guts to make, but was very clearly the right one, even not
got
knowing
two
where
items.
everything was.
I got 2 items out of 5 in pod.
Yeah.
Kind of figured that it was a great call. If it was a map or a compass, I would have stayed, I think, or the big key. But it was actually two items in the box.
Oh yeah, no, we're really, really glad you bailed.
Oh, that shield would be major, I'm pretty sure. No, these shields aren't.
I mean, here's the thing. Some people just skip stuff in the early game or in the mid game for nothing. That was the end game. You were allowed to skip stuff in the end game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can in the mid game, like play side Soma can get why you can skip that. But if you're skipping captive for nothing, then I don't like. No.
Counterpoint catfish bad.
think that's Frostbite. Holy shit.
Is it vanilla maps and compasses again? Wonderful.
Holy shit, Frostbite. Really? He's doing it!
What's he doing?
Look like song. It's abandoned. If you find the bow, it's a really great spot though.
True.
Like, he will do pod. He will think about hookshot game at some point as well. And then he'll kill hit combos basically. My Kraken is probably gonna go to PR before anything. I think PR is a good play for my Kraken right now. But climbing the mountain bad, but the hook cut is bow locked in pod, apparently. That's actually even better for Frostbite. Actually very good for Frostbite. If the hook shot is bow locked. It allows it. How do you die to Vicious Big Eye? You can get by into the small eye, but the big eye?
I mean, I think it's reasonable if you don't have certain things.
You had a tempered sword.
Yeah, then there's no way.
Not so much reasonable.
I don't do that.
God, is this
I mean,
drop
you
is
had
gonna be
a you had a
completely
fairy, but
fucking
still.
empty?
Like, that fairy animation is not, you don't really want it, so.
Yup, this Tropolis is gonna be completely fucking empty. Alright, well, let's go raid now on speed.
Looks to be one major per dungeon again.
Setting
Oh.
sucks. What?
Climbing out of fire temple cut by hands.
Well, that's kinda bad. For Frostbite,
What's bad?
my Kraken just found boots in deserts.
Yes, it's usually not great when you want to find boots before you.
Mm-hmm.
which might actually do look less minor, but that's another thing. Doesn't solve anything. But it helps figuring out the logic. The pirates in logic now was in the first season of that game.
That's
Kind of both. Yeah, the Gunbite is a real problem, especially if that's one play that isn't play off. Oh. Time to ban people. Time to block people.
While they're doing hammer pegs. I really need to find a seed where there's progression there. That's a really good way to find people to block. Fuck.
filter your chat a bit.
God, I just did a lot and found nothing.
How many people did you block, Lynn?
None. And I said I already blocked them.
I'll say I've blocked most of the people already.
I only had to block one person in your race. Zelga.
You blocked Zelga?
Huh? No, Zelga told me like in my race he only had to block one. I'll block by some going to far. That's gonna be very bad. And my clicking count he's in trouble. That's right. That's yeah. But yeah, my clicking is in go mode.
Swift blade.
Still think the bot plays on Terraga, so unlucky. Frostbite, no! I wanted to, but Frostbite.
Yo, I'm spelling Yolari hard in this seed. Yeah, I have 3 books at the 28-minute mark. I'm spelling Yolari. Oh, I don't have a cane though. That cane's showing up soon. Really? Who gives me a trap that looks like a shield? That's not even an exciting trap. That's... Oh, I guess this opens a couple of checks. Shrug. Okay, so I still need the flute and I need the cane to open Yolari. Nice trap. Good mechanic. Really adds a lot to the game.
Ice traps Omega load.
I really just got trolled, guys. I'm just gonna last location this and hope I get lucky.
Oh yeah, in the grave.
Okay. Let me tell you what happened. So I was like kind of bored. I mean, Frostbite, I think, lost. There's no way he's coming back. So I went on Marcus' stream because he's doing his 100% new route, right? Senator was in the chat. I was like, hey Marco, how's it going? Whatever, right? And then Senator say, hey, Ben, I didn't know you were a guy. I submitted your name. Like apparently they were looking for girl French speedrunners, and he submitted my name. He didn't even know I was a guy. That's how clueless the guy is.
Wait, he submitted you for Frames Fatales?
For some like girl
Yeah, probably for frame.
speedrunner, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
That's amazing.
okay, whatever.
You know, I could tell that you were a guy just from how you wrote on your your Twitch page.
Yo, same.
Like no, yeah, no.
Very cut off.
Is this Overworld entrance, Rando? Or is it Grotto Rando or something?
I mean, that's part of indoors.
Oh, I didn't know that was part of indoors.
Yeah, all the houses and grottos are indoors. What the fuck was that? I hate flying.
Holy shit, the guy.
Oh, that's dumb.
I'm really excited to completely faceplant in Challenge Cup. Okay, maybe Minish Cup Challenge Cup or Minish Cap Challenge Cup will be my scene. Really? Is that what our fucking play is? Are you kidding me? Hello, Mr. Jabberknot.
Did he not go away? Don't eat. Oh, sorry. God.
So you're playing under the hilarious new songs have random effects rule. maybe Saria's song takes you to desert. You never know. What would it be like to find progression?
Take your one.
Nothing like
Oh,
his
ah.
feeling.
Oof.
Can't be the only one, right?
I'd forget the hint if I were you. In fact, I've already forgotten the hint.
Those are actually gonna be the second top 16.
On?
Oh, there's a bow in mine.
In before it's just open castle, no trials. It's not open castle.
Are you fucking serious? Did I just last location the fucking Karlov medal?
That giant happy face.
Yeah.
You don't have a case order.
Is there any way to force Windows to update?
If you just press the button and the update thingy,
I
it
think
should.
she means that it's just not showing an update.
No, it's like it's been pending install for like over 2 hours.
That's weird.
Yeah, on my laptop.
Fine.
It's been getting things ready for at 0% for over 2 hours.
I don't see an update available online yet. Shit. Dude, I've left location 4 times in 40 minutes. I feel real accomplished right now.
Okay, so I can't tell which dungeon has which price, and I have no idea how to get into Garden's Castle. This is gonna be something.
I mean, it's almost better to have both of those.
I guess. Okay. Or on pottery grants. Double defense. Oi.
Is that vanilla? It might be vanilla. Hello, possibly vanilla gust jar. I'm sure glad I last locationed that dungeon with a gust jar and 2 swords. That was really good shoe RNG. It's gonna be a wake up.
Oh god, it's boss key sanity as well.
It is boss key sanity?
Yeah, just from the
Yikes.
Shadow BK. Some nice routes. I get a weapon? Okay. I wanna buy sticks. Huh?
Are you okay, hamster?
Fine, okay.
I mean, do you think that any of us are okay?
Hey, a slingshot. Fuck you, big arm.
What? Why?
Big arm has a slingshot and I have like a pocket axe still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, having to do big run would have been a massive thing to the ass.
I might know what the fake found. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. That we decided against shred songs. I'm glad I got
This?
So that was
You're fine,
hilariously bad.
Dude.
Fuck, man, I wish they would have been playing my voice instead of music, because I called the whole end game, and I was like, I gotta go to pod and bottle glitch it, because that's where something's gonna be, and it's gonna be the thing that leads to the Candace Amaria, and I'm gonna find the bow and Meyer, and then go do that anyways, and that is literally exactly what happened. I actually thought I was gonna find the hook shot, the hook shot in Meyer, but whatever.
Still think that going to pod is not ideal after Aga, especially when you have a glove. Like,
Oh man, I was ready to go to pod, right? Like I didn't figure catfish was going to be anything, but when it was missed, I mean, I'm never going to pod. And then
yeah, I mean,
after
totally
I didn't go to
understandable.
pod there, you know what I really wish was that this was a big race, because I would have went to Ega 20 minutes earlier, and I would have went straight to pod, because I would have had, like, doing stuff after Aga would have been my best play at that point, because I'd already sunk all that time to Aga, but it was not to be. I probably would have got screwed by the flute in that scenario, but who cares? I knew I'd lost when I left Swamp. When it wasn't Swamp, and the other, did you guys even notice that I mistracked the Ether Medallion to be the Meyer entry?
No.
Because it was actually functionally irrelevant. It was hilarious. So I actually found Ether in Kingston, and I'm like, yes, I can finally get into Misery Meyer. But Meyer, of course, was Bombos. But of course, I absolutely last located the boost. So I literally could have gone into Meyer except for, like, the only thing I could have checked before going in Meyer were the 3 boot spots, which I would have done before going into Meyer in every single circumstance anyway. So it was really dumb. The seed, man, in a big race, someone would have sub 115 for sure. Because it was so free.
I kind of don't like the pod play after Aga when you have glove. Like,
Yeah.
straight going to pod.
I kind of like both because, like, it's more likely to be pod, but especially since I didn't have the hook shot, right? If I had the hook shot, I would never go to pod in that scenario. But without it, like, it's a quick save quit to the pyramid for either one, so I don't know. I don't mind the pod play. And if you go to pod, you gotta bottom glitch it. So, like, it's kind of a good play in that scenario. Whereas when I went into pod, I
really
was never...
hate going to pod without doing the bottle glitch. It seems moronic to me.
Well, why would I do the bottle glitch, though, when I have one location where something can be, right?
Sorry, I meant in general. Like, if you're going to go to pod,
Yeah.
you've already invested the time to be there.
Yeah, I would almost always bottle glitch it, but I literally had one chest in Desert Palace available to me when I went to pod, so I figured it was better to go get the chest I knew was progression.
See, I think that's fine, but you still bottle glitch it, you just know where progression is.
Yeah. No, I don't agree with that.
Like,
Especially since it was a crypto and I was
cost
gonna...
to get to pod. You can't just spit on that cost.
Well, but I have to go back to pod anyway, so it's not as sunk a cost as you're making it out to be, because there's no way I'm going to find the bow in pod is what's going through my mind. So I have to go back there anyway, so I think you're exaggerating how much the sunk cost is at that point.
was a double seed anyways. So
Yeah, it was super free though. Honestly, I thought he was gonna finish. Like I was calculating it in my head. I figured he's gonna be done somewhere between 125 and 140 at the absolute outside. And I mean, I knew I'd lost. I figured I'd lost when Swamp Palace didn't have anything, and then when I found the bow and Mire, I just 100% knew I'd lost. But it is what it is.
just sad you're not gonna face Goomba if they have.
Yeah, I broke my foot last night too, so like I'm all fucked up on pain meds. So like there were so many bad signs that happened, and then I did a practice seed beforehand that I finished in about 45 minutes faster than this one and absolutely god routed. So I knew this one was gonna go badly just due to karma. But the foot thing is not good either. About halfway through the match, it just started fucking killing me, and I couldn't really focus on execution, and my execution just absolutely died. But what can you do? Yeah, what can you do? I wasn't gonna reschedule it, so if it was my hand, I just would have forfeited the race. But it was my color. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm not even that mad. I knew. I was so committed to the fact that I'd lost for so long, so I just wasn't gonna forfeit my last match. So what I'm really confused as to how he didn't finish sooner. What did he not do? Like, it seems to me you get the hook shot, you go get the miss because you know the hook shot's not in logic, and then you go up Death Mountain and get everything else except for the flippers, which are in the front of Thieves Town. Like, I'm really confused as to how he didn't finish faster. I guess he probably got the boots late, I don't know.
Kinda. When he went to Bod, and then he went to Catfish before he was going to hookshot across, but he found the miss, so he went to the mountain instead.
Yeah, of course.
And then he got everything there.
Yeah. I'm shocked he didn't finish faster then. So, because then literally the only thing missing from after that was flippers, I think, right? Because Bombos was on the mountain as well.
Pretty much. I mean, the flippers were in Pod, right?
No, the flippers were in the front of Thieves Town.
Oh yeah, Thieves Town. I mean, I wanted to say Thieves Town actually.
Yeah.
The hammer was in purple just like everything.
Yeah, I guess the hammer was the thing that probably slipped him up. But that doesn't even really make that much sense to me either, because you're coming around from there. You haven't checked Hype Cave yet. How are you not bringing the Smith with you, or the purple chest with you?
I mean, you have it with you, but he had powder, so he had powder in his way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have done that too.
And he went back for the purple, and then he grabbed the purple chest, and yeah, he had the hammer, and he was basically...
Oh, he didn't take the purple chest with him into the powder hole?
Nope.
Oh, that's a fuck up.
I think it was Smith, but he did purple chest before. He did powder before in that sequence. Basically.
Yeah, but that should have actually helped him, right? Because you return the Smith, you pick up the purple chest, you powder, and then you return the purple chest right away, as opposed to doing K45 and Hype Cave and all that shit. So
no, he did the way around. He did it with the Smith, which I don't really understand.
Yeah, that's what happened then. Because I could figure out how he didn't finish faster when he said he bottled this pod right away. But yeah, I wanted to do Aga for so long, but you know, missing when you're. I feel like if I had have been, if it had been a big race, I would have done Aga way earlier. But with only missing one item, I just didn't feel it was worth it. Especially since I found the flute. If I didn't find the flute, I would have skipped everything. I think I would have done Green Pendant and Shovel. I would have skipped Pinkina, I think. But what can you do? Second bow was in Mimic Cave. Of course.
Nice grove.
Well, that was the other thing that screwed me, was the fact that I didn't find a bow early over somewhere.
Sorry, I lost. And sorry, Frostbite lost as well, so you're not gonna face him.
I'll say really bad day for the nerds.
I mean, I was always gonna lose this match in these circumstances, unfortunately. Or very, very high percentage chances. That's the first time I've ever mistracked something, though, and had it be, like, functionally relevant to the game, but yet it was not a factor whatsoever. It was really strange.
Fuck.
Fucking Axati and Ravens.
I fucking hate you. Have you looked at my group?
Polishing them.
My group is, like, actually kind of tough. Like, I legitimately might not make it out of my group. got
What's
fucking
your group?
D.
You're fine.
I mean, one of the guys is probably better than me. Ninban's gonna be decent even without having a ton of experience. And
I don't know. I like Aeronaut's got like Aeronaut's obviously better than you, but I think the other two are free.
Alert 10.
Sorry, I just lost location for about the 8th time this seed, an hour into the seed.
Oh, are you doing amazing?
Yeah.
Which one?
7?
Done that one yet.
You sound like you're barely awake, Goomba.
He just woke
Just
up.
woke up.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck is this group? Luigi, C-Max, and Doc? That's like almost stacked.
Is there a link for the groups or where is it? Does it have like its own Discord now?
Yeah.
Probably
Okay,
in
I
the
probably won't join.
corresponding Discord.
I'm probably not gonna join.
Nice fucking group, though.
I already have enough problems navigating around the Arena Time Randomizer one because it's like poorly organized.
I just muted like 80% of it.
Oh, I have it
I'm
100%
insane.
muted. Oh, I have that Discord 100% muted, but I
Dude,
can't
the
find
Ocarina of Time
anything when I need
Randomizer
information.
Way too much many people.
Yeah, it is, and it's like I just need like information, and I have to ask someone else for stuff because it's like too fucking hard to find anything.
It works in the tournament
A
as well?
fucking
Okay.
dungeon I can.
Like I couldn't even find the challenge page for the brackets.
That's
Dude,
not
it's
easy
all on the-
computer.
And I know you were
Garbage.
gonna like your group, Goomba, especially with Raiders.
Yeah.
You-
I'm so
you-
salty at Goomba's group.
You're gonna
It's
destroy
extra
him.
funny because I talked Travis into joining when I saw him
Nice.
the other day.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Dude, that is some fucking like 20 kajillion.
Oh shit, I forgot I need to do stupid, what's it called? Powerhouse.
It'd be nice. A flute. Literally anywhere in this fucking scene.
Compasses.
Also, Goomba, did you see the seed? Did you see Pink play the seed that she gave me?
yes.
The fucking exact scroll garbage.
Uh-huh. See, it was funny.
It was the rest of the seed. Well, so I went left with the Cane of Pachi, so I ended up in Palace of Winds and Fortress of Winds, looking for my Force Sword.
Hey, Goomba, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did the Ambrosia daily earlier as a warm-up? The hint was the boots are in the Dark Vault. Was a magazine, but the hammer is just sitting on the pyramid. Where do you go first?
You have a glove, right?
Yes. Yes, you have a glove. Forgot about that part.
I think it's highly dependent on what other items I have. Because if I have a bow, I'll go to pod. If I have like flippers or something, I might go to ice or not ice, swamp or I don't know.
You only have a glove, that's the thing, but you get the hammer. Okay. Oh, you have a bow.
I would probably save and quit right away to hot game.
That's what I would do.
I might check catfish first.
That's what Lynn is advocating for, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I disagree with that call, but I understand it.
I don't know. It's a tough call, right? Because catfish could have the boots. But if
Hey, make
you
what?
wait
Innards.
until you get the boots,
Inert.
then catfish is much faster to check. So I don't know.
I was
Wait,
saying,
but you're
as
in
long as you
good
have a mirror somewhat soon, catfish isn't hard to check either, because you can just save and quit to pyramid.
Yeah, exactly.
But the mirror was like behind catfish.
I mean, yes. But obviously I don't know that. If I know the mirror is on pyramid, I go and check the pyramid. Sorry, on catfish.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
probably.
That was catfish. Catfish was actually the play. Yeah.
I mean, obviously if the mirror is there.
Without a lot of the seed.
You guys see those hot challenge cup groups posted today?
Fucking
You
do
know,
it.
I like my growth.
Apparently yours is free as hell according to Alazun.
It's really, really great.
Hey, you have a member of the Chamber of Sages. Can't be that
Yes, I'm pretty sure Aksani is the biggest quote-unquote threat in my group. And you know what? Actually, no, Master Alex is probably better.
Should I be afraid of my group at all?
I haven't seen Lieutenant.
I got Say, Keepsake, and Lunar Soup.
I don't know any of these names.
Me either.
Stacy is decent. Keepsake and Lunar, I don't know.
I prefer Harry Potter and the Goblet of Deep Fire.
Yeah, actually play the game a bit. I think you make it out easily.
Dog.
Especially
I'd be
if you
sad
map
if I-
track.
Say's probably like slightly worse than like me and Pink in terms of execution. At least that's what I'm guessing based on like big
I don't
results.
even know that
He usually
name.
plays is like a few minutes behind us.
I would
because
say
he totally
based on
fucked
how
up.
they did in qualifiers, his group is a little bit worse than me.
Let's beat a boss at 1 hour 30.
Still gotta learn some shit before I start my races though.
You do. Thankfully, it's
Uh.
a relatively easy game to pick, or it's not an easy game to pick up, but the tooling is relatively well done to be able to pick stuff.
Learning all the basics to just play the game isn't too bad.
Yeah, getting actually really good at it is fucking impossible.
Yeah, feels Marco, man.
Can't
Getting
confirm.
decent is also honestly not hard because because it's all routing. To get decent at least.
I'm decent at the routing part,
Like
I think.
getting decent at the execution part isn't hard because there's not like tough combat like in Link to the Past.
Yeah, it's all just movement.
Yeah, you just lose a half hour in movement instead.
I mean, yeah, but that's basically what makes the top players. It's all just movement for them. Because they're all fucking potatoes at routing.
Jesus Christ, that race yesterday.
Like, the only combat that you really need to practice is like Volvagia.
Yeah,
Once
that one
you
is
figure out how to use Volvagia, then that's about it.
Volvagia, Baronade, and Ganon.
Like,
Yeah, that's the one where you save the most time. And like the general enemy is the only ones that like matter are fucking Stalfos and Knuckles.
I mean,
Everything
I
else
don't know.
is-
Did you watch our last multi-world match, Megawatt?
I did not.
I'll say
Well, wait,
we
which one
literally
was this?
won because we were better at Ganon.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
This
Better.
was not the Juke Fried Chicken match. This was the other one. Then yeah.
There's the one we won by 7 seconds despite doing like 30% more shit than the other team.
Nice.
Because I last locationed the item that locked all 3 of our seeds.
Yep. That was good.
Why is it always the ladder, by the way?
Because the letter's fucking awful. It's like the
Why
worst
is it
item.
always me?
Because you're fucking unlucky or something, I don't know.
And then I just have to sit there and feel bad about how it's all my fault.
Why is Ravis in my group? That's really funny.
Did you see your group before the official groups were updated? Like last night, before the official groups were drawn, you had Wadey and Ninban in your group.
Easy points.
I mean, I have
They
Ninban
would
in my
not.
group.
Fucking the Z3 group.
They would not be easy points in Link to the Past, but in OT I'm pretty sure I'm way better than both of them.
Wadey is actually decent.
Yeah,
he's
Wadey's
not
okay.
I'd say he's your level, to be honest.
I
if
would
he
not.
if he actually plays, like he used to be pretty active.
I haven't
He
seen
has
it like
played
a lot. Yes.
Yeah. That's the main problem. Fuck. My new phones are
And
nice.
Ninban, I think, recently picked it up. He's not bad, but
He's really new.
Ula,
Yeah, he, as far as I can tell, he is.
someone left. Who did?
Frostbite,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Red Frostbite.
got it well.
Pepe hands.
This was not a good day for the nerds.
Nope.
Who's racing tomorrow?
Sabo's racing game against Walper.
Hog.
We have Ninban versus Plasma Kappa and JTP versus Salty Fry.
Kappa lost earlier. It's-
Yeah, against Ninban.
Oh, he got 2-0'd?
No, he just lost game 1.
Oh. Oh, that was game 1. I thought it was game 2 for some reason.
There's only 3 games tomorrow. Surprise.
And then on Friday we have this Megawatt guy versus Act the Poker.
Yo, but let's talk about
Why is it
Sunday,
so late
where we
for the
have
World
a
Cup?
fucking multi-world tournament
'Cause the-
match.
It's not late, it's early. It's noon.
Oh, is it
Not
finally
midnight,
the
no,
day?
yeah. It's EU time.
The day
boys.
of Namaha's rebirth
Rejoice.
is upon us.
Sick.
That's super early. What the?
But
Ack works
was
at
he
weird
reborn with
times.
all of his limbs?
Still TBD.
I think Mac lagging is an easier opponent than Frostbite for you.
You have to give him a handicap if he only has
Yeah,
one arm.
honestly, I'm much less scared of lagging.
So go to what I told Willis. I think Pink is a better opponent than Hayfield was.
Oh, you joke.
Gigabout's more predictable, I think.
That's exactly what I said.
Pika Pals is an old school router. Pika
Similarly,
Pals was
I'm
a
pretty
decent
sure
router
I've-
before people learned to route.
Mac lagging as well. Mac lagging is enough.
I think I'll have an easier time reading the flagging than I would reading Frostbite. Frostbite's too smart. Fudge routing. Like, Frostbite and I generally route similarly, but he's still harder to read.
Yeah. Like it.
Why in God's name did I do
At the
that?
very
I'm at
least,
11
if I-
hearts, I just menued to a fucking boomerang to grab a heart out of the lava on Flea Rock.
Nice.
You guys won't hate me if I lose on Friday, right? Because I let Ack the Boker move on.
I will hate you.
I'll hit you a little bit.
Damn,
Just low.
got my hands.
Oh, thanks, Gilbo.
I'll do my best,
What?
but
You posted the link to the challenge
Oh,
for.
yeah.
I don't know about my chances, honestly.
I don't know. I think you and I
Just
are
have to dream big.
Don't skip
probably
these them.
fairly evenly matched. Just get luckier forehead.
You just gotta crack the ack.
How do I do that?
You just route better forehead.
I mean, I tried that. It worked for the most part, but then I lost because I checked purple chest.
Just don't check purple chest forehead.
Easy.
Easy.
Just don't check purple hest when it's not progression.
Yeah.
Let's go straight
Easy.
to progression.
Just go straight to the back of Thieves Town.
No, fuck off. I'm not doing that.
I know how to guarantee you a win, but you're not gonna like it.
I think we've heard this.
I'll only go to the back of Thieves Town if the crystal. Or if I last location something back there, but let's not think about the second part.
If you're not gonna go to the
Honestly-
back, don't go to the front of Thieves Town.
I think back of Pendant Thieves Town is, in a 1v1 setting, it's one of the best plays you can make if you're trying to beat a stronger opponent.
Strong agree.
Yeah, okay, but he
Strong
did
fucking
that.
agree.
He did that in like under 20 minutes in our game 1, so I don't know. He's not the type who just like skip it like that, I guess.
Okay, well then
He
don't
was
keep it
way,
either.
he was way too thorough. He should have won by much more. I'll be honest.
If he's not gonna skip it, then you shouldn't skip it either.
He should have won by much more. Is that what you're saying, Lynn?
Yes,
Why didn't he?
because he was way too thorough.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Like, you shouldn't have. He had, Pod was pennant, right?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done that.
God.
You mean he killed Homa?
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Where the hell did I bleed so much time then? Did I really lose that much time just not having mirror and flute? I guess probably.
He like, you get a big advantage, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but like, you get a big advantage by going to the back of Thieves Town and getting that flute, and then he just store clear his pen in dungeons, and you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't remember what was the bottleneck aside from that flute though. Can you use it?
Like, I think the big
Oh,
things that got me
the-
was
The ice rod on yeah.
Ice Rod and McKay, which I lucked into, honestly. Could have been behind the flute.
That's the thing. Your ice rod for go mode and you fucking being very thorough with your pen and dungeons, just go to fucking Total Rock. Just go fucking Total
I
Rock.
understand doing the mirror checks first, but
I was very angry about your routing, but I no longer remember why I was very angry about your routing.
probably because I skipped back of Escape when I went to do King's Tomb. And I definitely am mad
Yes.
about that.
Yes, that was definitely part of it. That was bad routing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it didn't hurt you because like the mirror wasn't unlocking anything on the mountain, so
It hurt me
It
enough
Easily
to where
hurt,
it made
though.
me lose. Like, it definitely made me lose missing that mirror. That would have saved me at least 30 seconds if I'd gotten it that much sooner than I did.
but yeah, like him clearing pod, like clearing a lot of shit. I would have go moded Ice Palace. I would have gone to TR. Like,
I also, yeah,
Oh,
another
your Ice
mistake I
Palace
made
play was fucking stupid, by the way.
yes, your Ice Palace play was very stupid though.
B async means it's a asynchronous race. So there's a spreadsheet posted with a lot of different seeds that people can play, and we compare our times after the.
not a good idea to try to do that to avoid the whole flippers and Turtle Rock, Ice Rod, and Ice Palace play. That's not great.
worth the risk. That's not,
Not worth it.
It was.
Not worth
It
it.
was just a bad play. Like
Eventually, if you have a
we
bomb
understood
boost
what
and
you
no
were
fire
looking
rod-
at, but it was just not. Or there are times when you could have done it, but I think you had like plenty of reasonable plays to do when you didn't.
Like the itself.
I mean, sure, but the whole benefit of doing that is that you're going to do it before Turtle Rock.
No, there was something other than Turtle Rock that we wanted him to do then.
No,
I think
we'll see.
I saw.
But I think it was only TR.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole point too. Like, if you don't
But that's
make
too
that
big.
specific play before you go to
That's too
Turtle
big.
Rock.
That's way too big, in my opinion. Like, if you get those flippers, you also have swamp.
Yeah,
So you're actually gambling that your ice rod is in Ice Palace. That's way too big.
Yeah.
that's true.
I think the fake flipper into ice play to try to avoid a Turtle Rock double dip is a solid play in a big race, but yeah, there are very few circumstances I would do it in a 1v1.
I don't think it was appropriate.
Like you're even enough with Ack that you don't have to get super fucking creative to beat it. Like, yeah, you'll lose a little bit of time on execution, but you lost more time on route than you did on execution. And, like,
Are you
your
sure
route
that's
should
true?
have given you a Go Mode Ice Palace when he full cleared it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
And,
he
like,
full cleared Ice Palace, he full cleared Pod, when he literally could go with everything in the scope.
so if you really wanted to do that play Megawatt, you fucking Go Mode Ice, like, you pseudo Go Mode Ice Palace.
That kind of
Yeah,
play
I
makes
agree
sense
with
if
Like,
if-
because then you're effectively losing no time. And you're basically, that's a hedge play, where you say, you know what, I'm gonna assume that if it's in Ice Palace, it's on the beaten path in Ice Palace, and I'm gonna follow that.
Maybe I just wasn't willing to take as many risks as I should have then.
Like
Because-
there's nothing wrong with that risk, but you sort of have to understand what the shape of your win looks like. And going in and saying, in a scene where the flippers haven't shown up, where you have very, very few items left, going in and saying, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do this pendant dungeon that has this dungeon that has a relatively high chance of having nothing in it. It just, like the risk reward doesn't make sense there.
That's fair.
I agree. If you had Gomu, pseudo Gomu Ice Palace, I would
Like,
have actually agreed
I
with
think
that.
the fake flipper pseudo Go Mode Ice Palace would have been a really, really smart play there.
It would have saved me enough time to win as well.
Yeah, I mean, there are...
Not that I could have known that at the time, but
Yeah, you're not going to know that at the time, but when you lose by that little, most things are going to save you enough time to win.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest mistake.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
Nier
Ice
was,
Palace
like,
one is
30
the one
seconds,
that definitely
it's
frustrated me the most.
like-
The
I
other
would
one was
say, though-
missing back of escape for that long, which is
Yeah.
I would say
on my
though,
part.
if you get Pendant Thieves Town again, I would say just do it.
Same.
I agree.
Because
Like-
if Axe going to do it, then it's not worth the risk.
Either do it, or skip the front. Do one of those two.
I agree. But I would probably say just do it, because Ike is gonna do it.
I agree. But just don't do that front play. I hate the front play. Like, I'll do it sometimes and I hate the front play.
It
I
depends.
don't understand the hate for the front play. Like, do you hate it because it devalues the back? Is that why you hate it?
I hate it because it's an extra like minute of walking if you do the back later, which most of the time you probably will.
Yeah. Like, if
That
you think
being
there's
said,
any reasonable
it's
chance
still a
you're
good
doing the
play.
back, and you're also unnecessarily creating orphans early in the scene.
I think it's a better play if Thieves Town is a pendant, but
I mean, yeah, it's
if Thieves Town is a crystal, then I am less inclined to check the front if I'm not planning to clear it yet. I don't have the hammer.
I mean, if Thieves Town is a crystal and I check it, I'm doing it.
I mean, like, I've never
I
actually watched...
might not. Like,
Like at that point, I've decided I am okay risking that hammer. Check.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I never actually watched Ike Boger play 1-1 before. He seems like a pretty straightforward, very easy to read runner to me.
yeah, he's very, very straightforward, very thorough, nothing fancy for the most part. He gets creative sometimes.
I kind of like see him kind of like overestimating himself, like thinking he is the better player, so he has to play thorough against you as well. I can see that happen. So
Yeah, like when he played against Gem at SG Live, he definitely pulled some shenanigans.
But
But
I don't
if
think
he
he's gonna
thinks
afford
he's-
you the same
If he
respect.
thinks he's favored, then he's just going to play really, really thorough.
and that's what he did against you. So like, you gotta take that and like turn it against him, and that it didn't understand, and I say just do it.
Do you think that I can afford to throw time away on something like that if it turns out to be a bust, as it likely is?
He's throwing
Because
away
the
the same
okay,
time,
okay, hold on. The way I see it, yeah, he's throwing away the same time, but if he's slightly out executing me, then that's not favorable for him.
I don't
It
think
is,
he
though.
is though.
He is it though. I don't
Like,
think
his
it's
execution's not that
it's not,
great.
like your execution and axe is closer than me and Boy. The difference, I mean,
I agree.
is way closer.
I think it's
Right,
way
but if I'm
closer.
still being out executed, then I'm still accruing a net time loss
mean,
between
not
the way
literally
I
everything.
see it,
not enough.
the way I see it, make a few like minor low risk skips, like Helmasaur King or something. But
Or
nothing
Eastern Palace
major.
Big Key
Left
Chest.
side swamp.
Left side,
If
Eastern
you
Palace Big
seem-
Key
if it
Chest.
seems appropriate, left side swamp.
Yeah.
as
I
well.
mean, yeah, if there's like 3 items, I might not, but
But like skipping the entire back of Thieves Town when you know he's going to do it is too risky, I think. Because like maybe you bleed 5 seconds on execution in there, whatever. 'Cause if there is something back there, then you're losing minutes.
right. But if there's nothing back there,
Then
like
then
say
you
there's,
lost
say there's 2 items back there, right?
Then you lost 5 seconds.
There's a relatively small chance. Like, I could gain a lot more though.
I was saying also,
I guess
like,
I guess I see what you're saying.
don't
Like,
necessarily
if
say I'm going to go in and leave after the front, but you can be dynamic about it. Like, if you do the front, you get 3 items. At
Yeah,
that
I mean, that's,
point,
I'm
all of a
always
sudden-
dynamic about it like that. If I get 3 items, I'm not going to the back.
I would say,
if I get
like, that
2,
becomes
I
a
might,
much
I
lower
guess.
risk skip.
Yeah.
But if you're leaving behind a bunch of items there, it's not a low risk skip. You're creating orphans, and you're incentivizing yourself to never want to come back there. Like, you're effectively putting poison in your own drink and then drinking it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think he would do
ultimately-
the back if there were like 1 item back there?
Probably not.
No, I think you would leave it 1.
Okay.
I think he would do it if it were 2 or more, but not 1.
I was saying, usually when I go in, like, when I go in, I already have my target of this is what I need to see to not beat the rest of this dungeon.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
generally I'll
I've
go
already
in.
made that decision.
I'll go in and I'll say, if there's more than 1 item in the back, I'll do it unless I get one of these items, usually like mitts, mirror, hookshot, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very similar. I basically establish the conditions in advance for what will make me leave or what will make me stay.
Right.
I mean, thing is, T-Song also had hurt you a lot in this tournament already, not only in this game. I think it hurt you against Cassidy.
Cassidy.
I mean,
Yeah.
who gets burned by the same dungeon multiple times in a tournament?
Zabo.
Yes, and he's the only person. Hey, Timo.
I mean, that's like gambler's fallacy though.
It is like Gambler's Fallacy. Sorry, I disagree with Lynn. I think that's absolutely Gambler's Fallacy. The only way it isn't Gambler's Fallacy is if you think there are PRNG factors in play.
That's
Which
true.
there
I mean-
are,
Which
but
there are in
But they're
Legion
not
Pass.
that strong.
But,
yeah.
yes.
It's not strong enough to like be a connection between my game, what was it, 2 against Cassidy, and this game here. Like
No.
that, it's not that strong. Not even
I think
close.
it's a connection that's much more about the last, like, couple of days worth of games that you've seen. Nice,
I mean,
good job,
in
man.
our game, Wayne cleared Green Pen and Desert because.
Nice green pendant. Go ahead.
And I decided not to do that because I didn't believe in it.
Yeah, I guess you guys have a point about him just straight up full clearing everything though, because like he even made a point in the interview post game 1 about picking map compass shuffle for game 3 if it comes to that. And his plan there is probably just to continue to full clear, given the choice selection.
I mean, that's great for you, like, if he's gonna pick that.
So,
Like,
do you guys
honestly.
think I just go full clear with just a couple small skips? Is that my game plan going into Friday?
No. Didn't say that. We were only
I think
talking
Goomba
about
said
Thieves Town.
No,
Well,
only Thieves Town. Goomba
Yes.
Goomba mentioned something about like
I mean,
be thorough and then like
the
skip
way,
a couple really
the way
bad
I see it, to beat someone who's super thorough, you mostly play super thorough, but skip a few like really high cost, low percentage checks, like again, Pendant Helmasaur King, left side swamp, shit like that.
Yeah, Pen and
Obviously,
Helmasaur.
You have to be
Potentially Eastern
flexible
Big
about
Key
it.
Chest, left side swamp. all candidates. Hera Basin as
Baseman,
well.
obviously.
Because if he plays super thorough, all you need is to shave a few skips off your route.
Yeah.
A few checks off your route, and then you win by
Like-
a few.
How much time do you think you lose to him in execution on a full clear seed?
I don't know, honestly. Probably not much, but enough to make a difference, if I had to guess.
I
Sure,
would
but,
say
like,
probably no more than a minute.
Yeah, I agree. Not that much, even if
To be
that.
honest, I don't think Ad is that good.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's
He gets
He-
lucky a lot.
well.
His
He
execution is solid, and his routing is pretty good.
yeah, and he knows he knows every trick too, right? So like,
I would disagree. I would fucking disagree.
I don't think he's that familiar with Hera Pot.
Yeah, where was the mirror again?
oh, maybe not the newer
Nicola?
tricks, but like,
It was Backup Escape, which I should have routed with
Okay.
King's Tomb, but I was a
Okay.
fucking
Okay.
dingus.
Do you know where he took
Wrestle
that
that.
mirror? Do you actually know where he took that mirror? First
No.
thing he did with that mirror.
Hera?
Nope.
No.
K45.
He did K45 and Bob was stubborn.
What? Why?
Don't
There
ask me
was
why.
the mirror.
It was
Backup
Backup Escape. So it's not anywhere on the route. You just have to go. So he went specifically out of his
Exactly.
way to go do those.
Exactly. He already did. He already did high case and Stumpy and digging game.
That's
Alright, well,
But he
that's
went
dumb.
weird.
Oh, what
That
the
makes no sense.
fuck are you?
like I'm
Exactly
assuming
my
it
type.
opened
How
other
the
things.
fuck
Like
did
what
I
else did it
lose?
open?
Oh goodness, you guys telling me this shit's making me more upset about the fact that I somehow fucking lost.
I mean, you lost because you fake flippered into Ice Palace and full cleared
This is
it.
true.
There are other reasons why you lost, but that is reason number 1 through 3.
I agree.
And like, yeah, you dropped some time on execution, but that's not why you lost.
Okay, so the flute was in the back of Thieves, right?
Yes,
How
flew
much
back at
earlier
Thieves.
did Back have that?
Ack had that like under 20 minutes or some shit.
Sure, but how much earlier did you have boots?
I had boots at like also under 20 minutes because I
So you had boots
basically
a pretty good amount earlier than he did. I honestly think those two cancel each other out.
okay.
Wait, how am I supposed to get to Librari?
Yes,
Oh, wait,
it-
that's Temple of Droplet.
He
They
did get mirror earlier. No, he got boots like decently soon after I did, like maybe 5 minutes.
I mean-
if that.
That's what I told you. He's thorough against you, and he did those 2 checks because he was thinking that you would have the mirror coming in this area, and that's why he did it.
Did he have a mirror going into Village of Outcasts?
No, that's what that's what I think. He would think that you would have the mirror doing your loop in the overworld, so you would have checked
Right.
E45 and Bomb was stubborn, and that's why he checked it, in my opinion. 'Cause
I
he wanted to
agree.
be thorough.
And when he finds that mirror, he's probably thinking the only place that totally screws me if there's something there is those 2 spots, because it's very probable that you had it before them, and he will never go back there unless he checks them right away. I probably would never do that either, but I kind of get it. What else did the mirror open though? Right? Did it open all of Death Mountain or?
Yes,
Death
yes.
Mountain was already open.
Oh.
We had Hookshot.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
then honestly, like, is Bombos and K45 other than Swamp Palace the best mirror checks? Right? Like.
There aren't a ton of
Actually,
them.
now that I think about it, that's the reason he did it. That's
Yeah.
literally the reason he did it. It's not very efficient, but that's the reason he did it. That's what he thinks about it. You need to outplay that. That's the thing.
He thinks that he has I honestly think he thinks he has a much larger execution advantage than he does. And that's not to say he doesn't have an execution advantage. He does, but it's not pronounced to the degree that you think, and it's not pronounced to the degree that he thinks.
Okay.
Yeah, Map Compass is interesting because it makes making in-dungeon skips a lot more risky, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be personally much more tempted to skip overworld spots than in-dungeon spots in that mode.
I mean, you did comms for my game 3, right, Megawatt? Like, you saw how I almost pulled back despite losing like 10 fucking minutes to a hard reset.
Yeah.
Basically because I just said, fuck it, I'm going to heavy after dungeon locations. And I was one away from making that shit fucking work. When, I mean, I should have just been dead in the water given what I'd done. But, and I'm not saying you need to gamble like that. Like, I gambled horrifically because I knew just how far behind I was, but... Like, the thing that I think a lot of people are really bad at, and I know this is kind of a weird concept, but they don't think about what a win for them would look like. Like, if I'm playing Goomba, sorry, that's not true. Let's do something like if I'm playing Marco in Ocarina of Time in a one-on-one, going into that match, I need to have a clear picture of, let's say I win, what had to happen for me to win, and then I play to those conditions. It's not like you don't just route it like you would any other match. You actually think about, hey, this is my opponent. This is how my opponent's going to play. My opponent's going to be very, very thorough because he has a huge execution advantage on me. And so consequently, I need to sort of figure out, you know what? Like, I'm definitely going to lose if X or Y happens. So I'm just going to assume X or Y isn't going to happen and make that assumption.
Right.
And if I lose that
Okay,
way, I
Alphen,
lose that way.
counter argument.
20
20
skulls
skulls
is free.
free.
I mean, this
really
sort of
glad you
thinking
know what I was gonna
literally
say.
broke the brain of the Ocarina of Time community. Literally just, like, set their brains on fire. Because...
I mean, that's a problem I'm seeing. Like, in the tournament matches, part of the reason the top players in OT are so undefeated in tournaments is because nobody plays like they should against players with an overwhelming execution advantage. They just play like they normally do. That's not going to work.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know that applies to ALTTP, to be honest, though.
I mean, it does
Of course
to an
it does.
extent,
The
but you
frame
don't
of mind
need
applies
as much time to execution. I think.
I feel like if you go in with that mindset, I understand that obviously if you feel you're overmatched, you have to make skips and whatnot, but I think
That's
You-
not
you
what I'm
don't-
saying, though.
yeah.
I'm not saying you need to make skips. I'm saying you need to sort of understand what a win for you has to look like.
Yeah, but in ALTTP, that can be as simple as going to X instead of Y, and it's impossible to predict that because, the execution advantage in this tournament is,
I
2
mean,
to 3
in
minutes
some
at the
cases, but in
outside,
other
right?
cases,
Yeah.
it could be a case of not skipping something because you know the default play from people is to skip things. And so you then instead say, you know what, I'm going to wager that there's going to be some item on this check that people are going to push off. Maybe it's Bombo's tablet, maybe it's left side swamp, I'm not being prescriptive about what the check has to be.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, the difference between the two games is in Link to the Past, against Dwayne, I'm bleeding maybe 3 minutes over the course of a seed. Against Marco in OT, I'm probably bleeding 25 minutes over the course of a seed.
But that means if you're playing Ack and you say, hey, I'm going to lose a minute and a half over the course of the seed, I need to find a way so that if we play exactly the same, I claw that minute and a half back. If you think that his strategy is going to be, I'm going to do exactly what Megawatt is going to do. And, I mean, obviously, to a degree, this is a chess match, because he should be thinking the same way. But
I mean, that's why that's why I won against Mark in
yeah,
game
like,
two,
if you
because-
watched Mark, I thought Goomba's routing against Mark was a fucking masterclass. Not because it was a good route that would have won him a daily race, because it wasn't, but it was a great route against how Mark would play against Goomba. Like, Gooba basically mimicked exactly what Mark was going to do, and just did it faster.
Basically.
I mean, my game one against Wayne, the way I found the items, I literally played around that.
Hey,
He
Nori,
was gonna
thanks for
check
the
desert.
host.
He was gonna check desert, and he was gonna check that.
You're welcome.
Which I already like. I didn't have a pearl and I didn't have a book when I was there, so I just like play around that.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, it sucks to say, hey, if X or Y happens, I just lose. It's not fun to have that, but if you are playing from a deficit, you sometimes have to make, like, you just have to accept that. As hard as it may be for the Ocarina of Time community to put this fucking shit through their skulls because they're fucking morons.
There's something you have to adapt on the fly, and that's literally what I did against Wayne. And people were like, "It was a bad seed, but like,
This is a really weird thing to say. I really wish you had ever played League of Legends Megawatt, or like followed it competitively, because it's a game that actually made me start having to think in these terms very, very extensively.
Hey Hamza, did you just get 2 back-to-back?
Yeah. Scale as the one item in Water Temple and scale on top of Fortress where Water Temple was. Go ahead. Do the hardest check in the game real quick.
Don't do this to me, Seed.
But yeah, that's literally something you have to adapt, like on the fly. The cons, they were bad, and they were saying, yeah.
It's why I have criticism of people who have very, very fixed styles of routing, along the lines of, oh, I skip Smith Chain because Smith Chain is bad. Well, Smith Chain isn't a great series of checks, but there are certainly times you say, you know what? In this particular seed, Smith Chain is advantageous, or I'm against Andy, and Andy would check Smith Chain here. I'm going to see if I can gain 30 seconds off of him by doing it. By skipping it. And if it has something, if it hits that 5% chance that that check has something, then great.
And that's exactly my justification for usually skipping the back of Pen and Thieves, though, is the thing. Like, that's the exact same thing.
Back of Pen and Thieves? I don't know. Like, doing the front of Pen and Thieves Town is just such a bitch play.
There's a difference of...
I disagree.
It's all, to me, it's all about how many items are in the front.
Like, obviously, if there's, like, no items in the front, there's 4 items in the back, I'm probably gonna go back regardless.
I'm going back for 3 regardless, too, pretty much.
I'm usually
2 or
going
1, I'll usually skip.
I'm usually going for 2 items, depending on what my options are.
I would say, and honestly...
a lot open.
Well,
like,
especially since I tend to route these down late.
If I'm against Andy, if I'm losing, like, 3 minutes of fuck, that's too generous for me. I'm losing 5 minutes of execution. Honestly, if I do the front of Thieves Town and I see 1 item, I'm probably leaving. If I see 3 items, I'm probably continuing. Because I'm very specifically looking to zig where someone is going to zag.
I'd be tempted to just not go into Thieves Town in that scenario.
Sure, absolutely. Like, but at the same time, like, that's a play where I can get the information and say, you know what, this person is probably going to do this, so I'm going to do the thing that they are not going to do, full stop.
I mean, the answer for Andy is right as soon as you go in the Dark World, just go straight to pod, no matter what, I feel. Like, if you're really worried about it, because he always routes Hype Cave to Stumpy to dig game, and then he goes from there, and if you can get something easy out of the back pod, I feel like that's the best scenario.
Yeah.
That you could sort of plan for, you know what I mean?
I hate that route. I hate going to Stumpy when I don't have...
If I don't have Mitts or Mirror, like... Generally what I'll do is, I'll start the Dark World at Hype Cave. If I have Mitts or Mirror, I'll go west.
Yeah.
If I have neither, I'll go north, unless I can get both 5-6 crystals, in which case I will just save and quit out of Hype Cave.
Yeah.
Or I go left.
I'll sometimes just go to pod randomly too, where I'll just be like, I'm just
If
fuck it, I'm
I
just
can
going to
get
pod.
if I can get 5-6, I'm going west actually.
Yeah.
I just save and quit.
That happens very rarely, I feel.
That's
it's
very rare. That's very rare.
scenario.
I mean, depending on what I'm missing for fighting.
Sorry, that was a very mandatory sound effect if you saw what just happened in this scene.
I'm not even convinced that Pyramid Fairy can have items anymore. It's been so long since I
had
Pyramid Fairy had anything.
Pyramid Fairy like the other day.
I think everybody watching can agree that was a mandatory sound effect.
I'm not saying it's actually broken, but I feel like I literally don't think I've found something that Pyramid Fairy in 2 months.
Okay.
I mean,
my
that's
just
even
got his
Go mod
Go
was
mod.
in Pyramid 3. My Go mod was in Pyramid 3.
Frostbite, that seed we played like the other day, the
one
stupid
sec.
open one with boots had Fluid of Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, that's right, that one. That is right, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot about
literally
that one.
in my seed against Boyne, the Go mod was in Pyramid 3.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is. I just feel like I've had a lot of seeds with, like... But that Pyramid Fairy, I think the Pyramid Fairy crystals were really easy, too, which was super unusual. I feel like if I have easy Pyramid Fairy crystals, it never pays off. It's when it's like fucking TR and ice that you find goddamn, you know, whatever in Pyramid Fairy. That's what my new theory is. If it's like Eastern and Pod and you get a bow and hammer early, Pyramid Fairy is going to be absolutely dry. But no, it makes sense to route that in with Pyramid and Catfish if you can, but I don't know. I feel like having a strategy going into the race is almost like, my strategy is like get the items and go where I think the items are telling me to go and skip as many sort of spots I feel are slow if I can. But the way this seed worked out today, it didn't really play to skipping anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's hard to skip in Aga seeds with lots of access early. It's hard to skip that shit before doing Aga. You know what I mean?
The other thing about Pennant Thieves Town Megawatt is just because I think that's more time than you need to claw back.
Yeah. I guess that's the big thing, is you don't need the time. to
It's
skip
it's
that
a
base
larger
time.
risk than you need to take for what you need to do.
it's true.
And I mean, like, when I was going into, like, I almost managed to claw my way into this fucking tournament because I saw a Pennant Thieves Town that had, like, 2 or 3 items in the front, and I said, you know what? My path into this fucking tournament is to go in and find something in the back of Thieves Town because so many people are going to skip it. And I found a fire rod in the big chest, and it almost pulled my ass into the fucking tournament.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're, like, that's almost like, I mean, I'm not saying this is, but if you're advocating for doing shitty checks in hopes that one of them pays off, it can work, right?
I'm not advocating that. I'm using it as an example. Like,
Yeah.
in that case, I am specifically looking for a high variance play, which, by the way, is a much better term than gamble, because it's not really the same thing.
Yeah,
I am
well, yeah.
intentionally forcing a play that I know will have a either very good or very bad outcome for me, because I understand where I need that outcome to fall to be able to swipe a win.
The way I see it, if you're in a 1v1 and you consider yourself the underdog, the thing you should do is you should make some kind of low percentage / high variance play that you think your opponent isn't going to make.
Yeah.
If it pays off, you just continue playing as normal. If it doesn't,
You just have to double down until
stuff
you
you
fucking
think
lose
they're
like
going
25
to do.
minutes.
That was the pod play in game 1, and then I goofed it by not routing back an escape with King's Tomb and doing the Ice Palace shit.
Like, you played well enough in that seed to win. Like, you really did.
I know.
You were one.
If I
you were
skip
one
purple chest, I
decision
win that
away
seed.
from winning that seed.
No,
You don't need to
If
make-
I do any number of things, I win that seed.
And that's actually why it was so frustrating for me to watch, is because you were so close to doing everything right. And then you like made gambles that were good and that profited you, but then you continued to gamble when you no longer needed to gamble. And eventually when you gamble enough, you're gonna get bit.
Yeah. I feel like what always happens to me here, a common trope, is I make 5 or 6 good skips, and then there's one shitty item that I end up fucking doubling back and checking all those goddamn things before I can move forward. It happens so regularly. Something like Spike Cave that's not accessible the first time you go up there, that's very unappealing, or like, you know, Powder when you've cleared out everything else in that area. It just always seems to work that way for me. But fuck, the seed I played this morning, or I guess it was this afternoon, like I just absolutely god-redded. I got the hammer out of Pennant Pod really early, I got the boost and the ether tablet out of the big chest and left side swamp really early, and literally every decision I made was right, and I knew as soon as I finished that seed that it was really, really, really bad, because you never do that twice in a row, ever. But the thing, honestly, I could have been bailed out by so many things. If Bo hadn't been so fucking terrible, I would have probably had a really good chance, maybe.
Yeah, that's what Lynn was saying. I didn't watch most of your race, but Lynn was like, very like, oh my god, if the bow's here, this is gonna be so good for Frostbite.
Yeah, if the bow had been literally anywhere from Skullwoods to Thieves Town to Hype Cave to the front of Swamp Palace to Death Mountain, like literally anywhere except behind the fucking booth. Or the hookshot, which was bow locked, right? So.
Yeah,
But
I was
both
really
bows
hoping you
were,
would find a bow before things got too bad.
Yeah,
But,
both bows were bow locked. Like not like both bows were booth locked, I should say, I guess. So.
And then he found boots in desert, and then he found the one.
Oh, I mean, as soon as he said it, I mean, I was honestly surprised it was as close as it was. I feel like he had. I don't understand how he didn't finish 10 minutes faster than he did. I really don't understand that. Because I don't understand what he checked. Like, he should have been in fucking go mode, but I guess you guys said he fucked up the Smith chain, so that makes sense.
I'll say people also seem to have.
Like, he should have never checked Hype Cave, right? He should have had go mode before Hype Cave.
Their opponent is playing perfectly.
Oh, I never think that way.
Yeah, like that is a problem people have, is they tend to just assume their opponent's God routing. You can't do that.
No, I never do that. But there's a difference between assuming your opponent is God routing and assuming your opponent has totally fucked up the seed, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
As I was going through the end of that seed, I figured the only way... I mean, I didn't think there was any scenario where I could win. But the only way I was going to win is if for some reason he skipped, like, the flute in Hair Basement, which, given the fact that it was an Agate seed and the way it worked out, was never going to happen. So, but I figured there's a scenario where you, like, I thought about sequence breaking the mountain without the fire source. I don't like doing that in that scenario. If I had the ability to get over to the other side, I might have. But if you do that, and then you find the lamp, and then the only thing you've got left is the fucking basement of Tower of Terror, maybe you do Agate before you go back for that, but, like, it just doesn't seem very likely, so. But I figured that was the only way I could possibly win at the end, if he had done that. But yeah, my execution just dipped down the stretch too. My fucking foot is killing me so much. I just can't. It was really hard to focus, especially when I knew I'd lost. Like, it was very, like, I don't know. I feel like my attention span is so short that when I know I've sort of screwed up a seed, I just start to bleed time because I start not paying attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm similar. I tilt in that manner as well. I get
Yeah,
very negative about my own play in it.
I don't even feel like it's tilting for me. I just fundamentally lose interest. You know what I mean? Like, my focus goes from being razor sharp to being lax. Like, if it wasn't, like, if this had been a normal race, when I left Swamp Palace, I would have sat down for a second, I would have pulled out my iPad, I would have opened a podcast and started listening to that, and then finished the rest of the race. But it wasn't in arm's reach, so I wasn't going to do that this race. So, I'll reach for my controller, and I'll turn the TV on and have something on in the background. Once I figured I've screwed it all up.
I mean, it's also part of why I actually enjoy talking to people while I'm playing.
Yeah.
Is because it helps keep me balanced.
I don't tend to get very frustrated though, even though I do sword slashes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you also tend to be way higher than I am when you play.
True. I mean, it's just not in my personality either though.
No, yeah, that's super fair.
I mean, I also feel like if I get to the point where I'm frustrated, I'll just forfeit. I don't need to play 30 minutes of the seed out when I'm super fucking pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But in a tournament race, it's not as ideal.
Hopefully, things go alright on Friday. Probably gonna fucking hate myself if I lose again.
I don't think you should hate yourself. You lose, Jim. Sorry, like, I know I'm an actual giant fucking hypocrite when it comes to this stuff. Like, 100% aware that I'm I'm the worst fucking player who has ever lived platform anytime I manage to lose a game, but...
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I think I get the feeling there's like more on the line here, especially as one of the nerds. As one of the nerds. I'm up against Act the fucking Boker, man. I gotta do something about that, right? You guys would be disappointed if I couldn't.
I'm not gonna be disappointed in you if you lose.
No, definitely not. The way I look at it, I just instead of looking for the negative at it, I look at it for the positive. It's like if I lost because I fucked up the seats like I did against McLagan, I was probably the better player and I threw it away, and I don't really feel that bad. And if I lost like Lyndon to Blaine, I'd be like, well, I lost to the better executor and I still don't feel that bad. So.
I mean, yeah, but
I only feel bad when I feel like I underperform my own expectations for myself.
Yeah.
And I think the correct expectations for you are not that you will easily wipe the floor with Ack. Ack's a good player. He's a bad person, but he's a good player. Where the fuck am I going? Like, he's not a great player, and I feel like he seems to do better in races than he should given his ability level, but he's a perfectly decent player, and there's no shame in losing to a perfectly decent player, especially in a game with as much variance as Link to the Past.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you can have, it's like any randomizer, right? You have people that are equal skill and they finish 35 minutes apart if they make a few different choices. Seed race that way, right? So it happens all the time. Look at every qualifier.
Like if I lose to a shitter like Goomba, I'm gonna feel terrible. But if I lose to someone good, like I don't know, Senin, I'm gonna feel like it happens.
It's joking and just going too far.
Gooba's looking up plane flights to America so he can come fight Allison.
You know how expensive that shit is? It's not worth the money.
Yeah, at that price, he could just pay a hitman to kill me.
True.
Come on,
they shut down the Silk Road. I just had to laugh too. Fucking both items in Hookshot gave for my Gobo. It's just so ridiculous. I think it would have been better because I thought about going to the first chest of Hookshot Cave before I went to Misery Mire.
Absolutely.
It would have been amazing if I'd done that instead. Just how can you absolutely route it as poorly as possible? I mean, at least this wasn't as bad as the Cross Keys race I did the other day, the All Dungeons Daily. I haven't had a scenario where I got to a point in Cross Keys where I didn't know what I'd messed up in a long time.
That feels real fucking bad.
And then I realized it was, I found the right side of Turtle Rock on Death Mountain as Bunny, so Bunny revived to check the two chests, but I didn't have a weapon to kill the Pokey, so I didn't go out the other TR door, and of course that was the answer. And it was the only possible way to get to the east side of the Dark World, or the west side of the Dark World, I should say. Probably lost 45 minutes messing around.
Fuck, I did this shit again. At least I remember.
Maybe 35 minutes. But holy shit, my practices were going really bad.
I don't know. I just think 1v1s are really interesting in these matchups because there's a lot of mental things that can give you edges.
Yeah, I personally dislike 1v1s as a format completely.
I like 1v1s a lot more than I like giant meme races where people just do fucking dumb gambles to try to steal wins.
See, I like that. I like big races where there's more variance, more value in making.
I mean, so the problem with that is that if all you're trying to do is win, you just go for like high stakes gambles until you think enough of them have paid off, and you say, "Okay, I'm just gonna play normal now."
Yeah, but the reality is, if you go for more than 1 or 2 high stakes gambles, you're going to lose. Right?
Yeah, but if you make 1 or 2, like if you only make 1 or 2 high stakes gambles and they both pay off, you win anyway.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Link to the Past is a short enough game. You don't need to like gamble 7 times.
Like, if you're evenly matched with your opponent in execution, all you need is for one high variance play to pay out, and you probably win.
It doesn't even need to be a high
exactly.
variance. You just need a variance play to pay out.
You don't. You just need. Yeah, exactly. You just need to pick up items in a slightly different order, right? Like that's the problem with the game, right? From like.
I mean,
Making
yes, it is one of my
decisions about
problems
where
with
you
the game at this point. Is that it feels very, very arbitrary.
But I mean, that's why we play it, right? It's a randomizer. It's supposed to be arbitrary. If I didn't like the variance, I'd play fucking vanilla, which I find.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to be all about just pure execution, I'd go play NMG, but NMG's boring.
Exactly.
I just like some zaniness.
That's why I like the randomizers that are super fucking bullshit and random, like Z1, which is ridiculous. With the sort of wrong order seeds and the
I
fucking way.
apparently do not have Rock Breaker.
I mean, that's kind of why I play cross keys, just because it's full on wacky.
Yeah.
Yep, a little bit of Zane and shenanigans goes a long way with making a randomizer fun over a longer period of time.
Yeah, pink.
It's like he's throwing new shit at you.
Like, it's very rare for me to actually be bored playing cross keys.
Oh, I find the exact opposite. I feel like usually about 90 minutes into the seed, when I'm got fucking 400 locations left and I'm looking for one item, that's when I start to get extremely bored. I find the first 90 minutes of cross key seeds to be great. That would be like 70 minutes for y'all, but like after that, I hate them. I don't like the end game. I don't like searching out single items. It's not every seed that works out.
For me, the worst part of cross keys is the early game in those seeds that are just like super,
Wrong.
super dry.
The worst
Well,
part
yeah,
of
well-
cross keys is the 50-50 choice on Death Mountain.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yes. The
Well, it
50
depends. It depends. The 50-50 choice when you can get there reasonably okay, I don't mind. But when it's
No,
a
it's
slog
still
to
terrible.
get there,
I 100% go with the middle drop down, just because like it's easier to get back to Spiral Cave through possibly mirroring from the Turtle Rock Bridge.
same.
I mean, yes. There's
But
that,
it's
and you also
also-
get two entrances dropping down the middle.
Also,
Yeah,
bad,
exactly.
yes.
Well, but
Unless
it
you have
depends.
mitts anyway. But
Exactly.
in what situation do you have mitts that you possibly do not have a quicker way back up there? I guess
It happens, I think.
Yeah.
it does happen.
I
You still
guess-
have mitts early occasionally, but I don't think it's super often.
I
I
don't
can
know, that-
safely say, after having played a couple of them, no amount of shenanigans that Link to the Past can throw out will ever compare to freaking random settings in Super.
Oh god, no. Like, Mystery Zero is like...
Imagine
Well, it's a
not
different
having a
instance.
way to tell what the settings are, showing up to the bridge with all 6 medallions and 3 stones, and being told no.
I mean, admittedly, we could have deduced that it's Gold Bridge.
58
We-
skulls!
we just didn't know.
58!
Like,
58 was not enough!
it occurred to us at like the 3-hour mark that maybe ice traps being disguised as Skull 12 tokens meant it was Skull Bridge, but we didn't think too much about it.
And even just the rest of it, like not having hints all of a sudden, freaking.
Oh, does that
big
actually
posts
guarantee
anywhere
it?
from 1 to 10.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're not considered major items. Well,
Yeah.
problem is...
Similarly, I was
with
confused.
the new,
I got a bomb to
new ice trap settings, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the new ice trap settings on
Okay, this route to this room sucks. I was wondering if it would be good, and I can confirm that it sucks.
Yeah, I also had,
Blindsided by child stealth was pretty funny too. It's just like, oh god, it's the guard section. I haven't done this since I was a child. How do we sneak past?
how sneak, what do?
How sneak? It's like, oh shit, the garden. I forgot this thing existed.
I definitely got a bit blindsided by that, but I have at least done it somewhat recently because you have to do it in those stupid vanilla Plando thing that I ran like twice.
Oh, fuck no.
That's the best
Okay,
part of
well,
that
we're
thing, by the
done
way,
here.
doing South Stealth and Castle Collapse.
I'll say this much: racing Ingo's gotten a lot easier since when I was a kid. I know that you,
Surprise.
Hey, how was that hook shot, by the way, Hamsta?
Easy.
Fucking Link's cow had a hook shot in their seat.
I went
Oh,
to the ranch because I forgot that not past Epona could be a thing. Got my Epona, went back in, beat the race on the first try, and then got my hookshot. Easy.
Oh, Pink,
Fat
you,
Epona.
did you see the groups for the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, in mine, Mr. Post of the Tom variety is going to be a problem.
Eh,
You're fine.
I think
It's
you're
like,
better.
I don't
It's like
know.
if you practice a decent amount before the turn, I think you're going to be significantly better.
It is Zooter though, and I have
Like-
a tendency to make silly
Bleh.
mistakes.
You do, but you also improve in games like this really fast. At a very annoyingly fast speed.
I'm sorry. If there's
I
one
just-
thing,
I shouldn't have bro knuckle twice because I'm a dingus, so it's all good.
See, that's the thing. In my other friend group, they would always get really frustrated because I would pick up games really, really, really fast. And that's kind of how I see you, you know?
I'm aware. I've had
You're
that
gonna
bit.
We are
down.
quite similar in that regard.
You two need to slow the fuck down for the rest of us. I can't keep up.
It's actually just unfair.
I don't even try, man. I'm fucking old as shit. Are you kidding me?
You're old as shit!
Look,
How old are you?
I went to university, and the number one thing that I learned in university is how to learn.
Well, that is literally the only thing you learn at university, unless you go to like engineering school or like, very like.
I mean, ultimately, though, that is probably the most useful skill you're going to have.
Why is it refreshing that Pink and Goop are good decks? I don't disagree with you, I'm just curious why you say so.
Because they're awesome.
Sure.
I mean, I didn't play video games for like 8 years. I lost a lot of skill. Maybe longer.
I mean, I've been playing video games regularly since I was like 4.
Yeah, I started playing young, and I played them like. I mean, let's be honest. As good as like the NES was, though, it's not like fucking playing Skyrim and shit like when I was in university and stuff. But like,
Yeah, it's fair.
But no, I played like pretty, like not really heavily until like Bond came out. Then I played super heavily for that, like the early age of N64, and then I basically played on and off until, I was in my mid-20s. Very, very rarely playing.
Like, I generally am pretty smart about this stuff, but I'm not mechanically very good at just about anything. That was to Dax, not to you guys.
Around like tracking all this shit.
Please, game, give me the go mode.
What's your come?
I don't want to say.
Yeah.
He's doing amazing. So.
I was like, Goomba.
Or at least I would prefer if he didn't, because
Yep.
I'm probably going to do those later. You're doing 7, right?
I'm doing 7, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do 6 and 7 later. Maybe more. I don't know. I've got a lot of time to kill today, so.
But first,
Now that my
we
sleep
have something
I was
very
like, Hans, how
special.
awake are you right now?
Somewhat. I woke up like 7 hours ago.
Okay.
Well, Pink's apparently gonna make me play some kind of monstrosity here, so. See how this goes.
I gave one to Allison earlier, and now it's Goomba's turn.
Yeah. Just
Okay, well, never mind.
returning
I
the
guess we're
favor
not
for the
doing
fucking
awkward
meme
async
I
now.
made you play earlier, I guess. That scene was so fucking good.
That's what I was gonna try to get us to do, but alas.
I mean, we can do that after.
I don't think
Also
I'll be
too late
awake
for
that
you.
long. If Goomba's gonna play an entire Minish Cap seed, I do not think I will be awake that long. Or at least for us to play it on.
Okay, setting up now. Starting stream in a second.
Got him, coach. But yeah, Dex, I definitely like prefer the more cerebral way of looking at stuff. But it gets frustrating because I get outclassed pretty quickly by people who are both smart and also have the ability to press buttons correctly. Which unfortunately is an ability I apparently lack.
buttons are hard.
In my old fucking age.
I mean,
No.
shit. My hands get sore if I press too many buttons, man. My thumbs get sore.
God, I can't
Speaking of-
wait for Kiri's birthday so she can stop calling me old because we'll be the same fucking age again.
Speaking of pressing buttons and feeling old, I saw the Guitar Hero demonstration
Oh my
at
fucking
AGDQ.
god!
Holy fuck! How does one mentally process that much
I
shit
literally
crammed
cannot
together?
read the notes. As
Guitar
fast-
Hero's even pretty tame comparatively. Have you seen some other rhythm games and shit?
I
Well,
have.
this is
However,
custom
them.
charts.
Yeah, but it's a max of 5 buttons, right?
I mean, I
it's-
played Stepmania, so yes, I have.
Okay.
Like, there is some absolute monstrosities out there.
Yeah, like Homestead. Got him!
Nailed it.
Fucking
Or like,
destroyed.
you know Beat Saber, right?
I am familiar with
Yeah.
Beat Saber.
And there's shit in that that's basically like Kaizo level, or however you want to call it, hardcore levels. Where there's coming shit at you in a speed that you have to like read in 3D space and react to.
Okay, you may think that's
Yeah, no.
hard, but you know what's actually harder than that? Improved
Aw.
Hangman's Gambit and Danganronpa 2.
Okay, but you know what's even harder than that? 1500 horseback archery.
Sorry. Fucking rest in peace,
Oh, is that
Exani.
actually disabled in Challenge Cup, by the way?
It's
No,
what?
That was talked about.
I'm sure it's enabled. Why would it be disabled?
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure it's just the same setting string as Season 3.
Okay.
I'm not actually sure they've officially announced, but I'm pretty sure it's the same.
I thought
Yeah.
somebody said that it's gonna be
Nah,
like
that's,
that.
that's the scrub tourney.
I'm sure
that's a
Exani
different
was
thing.
trying
Oh,
to campaign
okay.
to get that impossible check.
Yeah, the scrub tourney has 40-50 skulls and 15 on horseback disabled. Alright, I guess I'm starting now, thanks.
Alright.
I'm watching.
This will be good, I guess.
Hey Goomba, can you play the seed in like an hour and then we can do an Ocarina of Time seed?
No.
Just like set a new record? God, you're so selfish.
That's not what I wanted.
That is decidedly not the right items.
Okay, that's weird.
Not with that attitude, he's not.
That's really weird.
Well, I'm gonna have to do what I did with
No stance.
the thousand then.
Okay, that's go
Yeah.
mode.
That actually makes no sense. Huh.
You're gonna be stuck with a different tunic, Kelly.
What?
Dang.
The fact that like the seed doesn't actually generate the seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has the right hash, it has the right everything, it's just...
Yeah, we had
Not
the
the right
Pick and I
items.
had the exact same thing happen. We had the exact same hash. Everything looked
It's
right.
weird, because like for like the one I made you play earlier worked just fine,
Hey.
which is still the best Minish Cap seed I've ever
I know how to
played,
use
by
the
the
patch
way.
site, Dax. I just don't know how to, like, we can't seem to generate patches on our version of the randomizer. Like, the patch option is just grayed out. The damage boost strats, I'm so good! I actually think it's faster.
There you go. You're gonna be stuck with that cosmetic setting.
Darn.
Wait, what website? We're not using a website, we're using the fucking client.
You know the website? The
Yes,
Well,
the
I
website.
literally just wasn't paying attention.
You don't know about the website?
No, I've never
Yeah,
heard
you
of a
know,
website.
the
What the fuck is a website?
That website, of course.
It's weird, it's like seeds. I guess... Okay, that is really weird though. Why didn't that work?
Yeah, no. I know the. Oh my god, I did something real fucking dumb. Holy shit. Please don't bite
Excuse
me.
me, Mr. Streamlabs, thank you.
Please don't bite
Please.
me.
What happened to the stream, Peppa Hands?
I would say, I mean, I know how to patch ROMs. I don't know how to actually create patches on that, though.
It's the exact same hash.
Yep, it is literally the exact same hash. Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah. Alright, I think I can officially just decide my brain is turned off in this seat, guys.
Is this more accurate?
That is the item set right there, yes.
That's a lot less impressive.
It's like, what's a sword doing there? That's not the right scene.
I was more excited about the dog food.
Dog food pog.
Dog food.
You guys are too young to remember Pogs. Get out of here.
I'm sure it's a lot. They banned them at my school because we used to fucking gamble out with them like crazy. It was
Oh,
like fucking
same. I had a sick fucking slammer, though.
I was
Yeah.
like the generation before all the school banning started happening.
I wasn't watching. Oh my god. Yep, I'm super done. I'm
So they
just
never actually
mentally
mentioned-
not here.
Oh, they banned them at my school within like, I would say within 2 weeks of them being popular.
Our school's actually more well behaved, surprisingly.
No idea what phones are.
I wonder what school is like. I never went.
Feels US South, man. Literally will never pass up an opportunity to shit on Alabama or Mississippi or wherever you're from. They're all the same.
Ugh. That's for sure. I don't miss classes. Ugh.
I miss learning.
There was a certain enthralling to learning, but the
I
whole
don't
problem
miss
was I wasn't very
homework.
interested in most of what was being taught.
Okay, I think I just might not finish this seed if this ends up biting me, because I really don't want to do this again.
That's-
Caramba.
Just going straight for it, I see.
That was a no, I knew what I was doing. That was a mechanical failure, not a puzzle-solving failure.
You're a mechanical failure.
I really am. I am a mechanical failure on every level.
So I remember to do that properly.
I mean, I was planning on skipping this Dax, but something else I did made that a little impossible.
Bad.
And now I'm hoping I'm just gonna get bailed out here.
Pog, 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 pog.
Smoky. Oh, baby!
That's audible sigh of relief.
No, Pink, you don't know what I did.
Everything.
It is
for the
a
raid.
very, very needed sigh of relief.
You
That's a hype
sick
train.
raid.
Everybody coming in from that exciting nightly that we all did.
Yay!
Yay! Just God wrap the light world and then go to all the most obvious spots, forehead.
Yay!
Yay!
Go
Sounds
pitch him with
fun.
that.
I decidedly did neither of those.
I don't know what the hell Pink's making me play here, but I'm sure it's gonna suck ass.
Well, you know, I generated it, so it's gonna have some quality.
I think if it doesn't have rupee locations turned on, it already sucks ass, but that's just mine.
Yes, GFE, this is in fact a pet seed. In fact, every Minish Cap seed requires you to pull the pedestal. It's pretty cool.
Except instead of...
Wait, what's on pet in your seat, Goomba?
Dark Hyrule Castle.
Oh. No fucking way.
Dude. Dude.
Groovy.
Fuck it. Laying my balls on the table, here we go. Or whatever the
What?
fuck the expression is.
Excuse me?
That's a phrase.
You wanna try that one again, buddy?
Nope.
Oh, hey, early mole mitts. Wow.
In one of my seeds.
Okay,
Never.
here's some speed tech for you. You should start doing this.
Oh, you mean like jumping down the side? I saw I wasn't doing that. And I'm just like, oh, why does that work?
2 fewer screen transitions, Pog.
That's right, did you see my speed tech there? Oh, so usually the speed tech I'm doing right now, guys. I did some very
Curious.
speed tech.
Well, on the bright side, P-Train, at least you always have the R button to push to go faster in this trap.
This is true.
Really? Fuck
Yes,
you,
it's true.
Seed!
You can, in fact, always roll 1,000.
That is the rudest fucking thing I have ever seen.
I don't know. Zooter has some good competition for rudeness.
Hey.
Oh shit, I missed what you just found. And you can't tell me because Alison's racing the same thing, I think, right?
No.
I'm playing a different stage.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see now. I see it on the tracker.
But what I just found is much, much ruder than whatever Goomba was mad about.
I'm not mad.
He's just intrigued. Because he found a gust jar just outside of Minish Village.
Wow, imagine
No
finding a
flipper
dust
here.
jar in a
You're
good
not
spot.
up.
And yes, Oro, I agree. Her laugh gives me life.
Pink's laugh gives me a weird combination of life and anxiety.
I think that one just gives me anxiety.
Alright, now for the hardest trick in the game. This is shit.
Oh, you getting past the stupid likes? Yeah.
Monka Giga.
Literally impossible. That was splendiferous. Same.
Nice. Nice.
welcome to the destruction zone.
Nice hitbox.
That is true, Dax. At least it was not the Dark Hyrule Castle. And at least it means I didn't miss it.
Dude, Goomba, why didn't you just slash the likes with your sword?
Shut up.
Because
I didn't have
Goomba's trying to
experience.
believe in a better world, a world where peaceful solutions can reign. A world where, oh my fucking god, give me things I want, not things I don't need.
Oh.
Oh baby, another not spin attack. Poggers.
That's what you want, right? Early scrolls.
Yeah.
I mean, Rock Breaker and Dash Attack are both pretty good
That was
for
There's
not
a
being
lot of
spin
good
attack.
scroll, really.
not what I meant to do. That was decidedly not what I was trying to do. I clearly don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna
I
take
don't know
some
if I'd call this
stress.
commentary.
I'm not sure if commentary is the word I would use. Banter's more like it.
Crackle's been saved.
Excuse you, our commentary is top fucking shelf.
Oh, what happens to you back, bitch, You gotta be as spicy as your last couple.
I should catch up on
Excuse me?
NHA.
Don't die.
Well, you see, there's multiple versions of Power Lash. There's the Joyful Giggle Fist, and then there's the Jesus Christ, what is she up to?
Sometimes I can't tell the two apart, honestly.
Sam.
One sounds like it would be done with a happy smile. The other sounds like it would be done with a menacing smile.
I don't believe there's any difference between the two.
What's a sword?
You're
I
a
got my
sword.
first sword at 45 minutes in Cloud Top yesterday, and it was logically the Force sword, so I mean, I don't know.
That scene was fucking funny.
It's like, oh, Hammo, we gotta sequence everything. I'm sure I'll put this back together eventually.
Unfortunately, it took a bit longer to put it back together than I did.
This is legit gonna be a 3-hour scene for me.
Not that you did that much more in Fortress events, I guess, since the big keep us so deep.
I guess that's what happens when you last location 17 kajillion times.
Oh.
And also play like trash.
I was telling you, a little bit too much fun sticking around in that scene to actually care about doing it fast.
There was a lot of potential for dicking around in that scene, so I don't really blame you.
Fuck my life.
Yeah.
Dax, I'm starting to think our team name is prescriptive. And I
Wait,
don't
honestly,
mean that as a happy
Or,
thing.
I haven't played Vanilla Minish Cap in 5 million years.
I've literally never played Vanilla Minish Cap.
I've literally never played a vanilla Zelda game in my life.
What?
I'm not sure I believe that.
Minish Cap works a lot like
Never played
Fast,
Ocarina of
except there's
Time?
about 12,000 more bad
No, I
jokes.
played on. I'm just bullshitting, obviously.
Why is... Okay, hi Shireen.
Yo, nobody look at the chat right now.
Is that actually Shireen, or did Megawatt just change his name to be a dick? No, there's Megawatt there still.
Let's get this man a roll.
Yo, I wanna roll, I'm fucking hungry. I should stop scratching my face during this fight.
Right. That's about what I was afraid of.
Nice Jabbernut.
What? Oh my god. Really? I don't know how I'm thinking, but do you guys think our team name is prescriptive?
Yes.
Let's occasioners.
Because I'm doing it right now.
I mean, I basically did it
I'm
like
about
17
to. I'm in fact about to last location 12 minutes into the scene.
Fuck, it's a dart phone.
Feels
Fuck!
inverted, man.
All because I did things in the wrong order.
Imagine doing things in the wrong order. Oh god, am I gonna actually die here? I legit might just quit if I die here! I have no interest in doing this
I mean,
again.
honestly, Oro, the map tracker's. Well, both of you really. The map tracker's good enough that you don't really need to have too much familiarity with the original.
So, or I literally have not played the original game. And I'm at least throwing up, not race competitive times, but I'm throwing up decent times.
I think
You
I've
did that a couple
played.
of weeks ago?
I think I've played like every vanilla game except like Ages and CDI games. Obviously.
Why would you lie to us? You told us you haven't played any vanilla games.
Oh yeah.
I think the only. Actually, I guess like Hyrule Warriors. That's the big one I haven't played in terms of like actual Zelda.
That is actually a really fucking good game.
I really liked
It's very
Hyrule
fun.
Warriors. That game was fucking fun.
If you just want to have mindless fun, then that is the Warriors.
I put
in a nutshell.
probably 300 or 400 hours into it.
I kept playing it until it started to get into the stuff that was actually kind of somewhat hard, because the game's format doesn't really work when it ups it to actually sometimes challenging.
Dude, all I did, dude, I was like a hardcore Linkle main. She's just broken.
I fucking
Freaking
played
like
before
me,
the
man.
League.
Not the
Darunia.
boots, not the boots, but the crossbow. The crossbow is OD.
Darunia.
Oh, you mean the Lon Lon Cave, Dax? Yeah, fucking nobody knew that thing existed.
Wait, Dax, how can you be in Goomba's chat if you're in my chat? The fuck is going on here?
I think there's an alt account at play here.
Yes, of course. Dax and Rant.
Yeah, it's alt account where he rants about things.
Dax Malate. Nice. I mean, I do actually have the alt account Lin, yeah. I started shitposting on it in Speed Gaming chat and got him in trouble with people.
I gotta say, being swordless in this game is a lot worse than being swordless in Link to the Past.
Well, yeah, because you have no freaking invincibility frames.
Yeah, the iframes in this game are something else.
They don't
They just don't
exist.
exist. It's really stupid.
I don't have Goomba 89, but it is on my to-make list when I get unlazy.
What about Dracarys __?
Dracarys __ is in fact my version of Dracarys, yes.
How many fucking alt accounts are you hiding from us?
I don't know, Mega Watt. How many alt accounts am I hiding from you?
I mean, if you spelled it with an A, it would still be pronounced the same. Hell, it would be spelled correctly.
So, today I learned that the boomerang actually kills those super flies.
You know that.
In one hit.
Yup.
2 hits, but I mean, you
Oh, it
just
is?
have to stick it on them.
Oh, I think it depends on the boomerang.
Yeah, it does. Oh.
Because they were pissing me off.
Also, shout out to that pleb living in fucking, like, 2017 shitting on the red boomerang.
I am not a big fan of Wind Waker, to be honest.
Same.
Dude, we gotta play some
Everything-
Waker rando.
I liked the HD remake. It fixed a lot of the issues I had with the original game.
I think I'm probably slightly more nostalgic for it than a lot of you guys are, probably, but I do like it.
I mean, I had it on the Cube. I tried it once, and I was really, really tired of sailing, so
Oh, look.
Power Sail
It is
fixed a lot of
the
issues.
Rock's Cape.
I don't remember what mine for pink is anymore, Dax. It was like... It might have literally have just been like Red Kitty Rose or something like that.
Go figure, Goomba. A seed that I generated that has early cape and early mitts. Who would have seen that one coming?
Yeah, not me.
God, I don't know if I'm gonna beat 3 hours on this seed. That feels
Nice
real
mini
bad.
boss.
I'm entering Hyrule Castle at 2:35. Why do I just like to not be really bad at everything I do?
What the hands?
Oh, that'd be about my guess, Dax. Though it's obviously going to depend on just how shite my body is.
I mean, I'm kind of biased in favor of Twilight Princess because I have a friend who speedruns it, or who used to speedrun it.
I think TP's a pretty decent game.
How do you feel about A Link to the Past?
Fuck that
sucks.
game.
No TP. I tried to like it. I did. There's just something about it. I've kept on putting the game back down because it just didn't hold my interest.
I like Twilight Princess, but I've got the same complaint a lot of people do about it with like it's really slow to start.
It is really slow to start.
The start of the game is really bland.
You don't like escorting monkeys for minutes at time?
I don't even mind that.
Dude, Goomba, you will not believe it, but Dark Hyrule Castle's on pedestal.
Whoa.
Maybe
What
I
the
should learn the beginning of the Twilight Princess.
Pink?
Fucking
Did
goat
Pink
game.
just
so
swallow her
bad.
mic?
What, have you never heard her do that before?
No.
Okay, well, lucky you.
Lucky me indeed.
Oh!
See, there's a difference.
Good
My
God.
microphone runs through a compressor, so it doesn't freaking break the thing.
I'm sorry, guys. In my defense, I fucking got him good.
Do you just like put your microphone in your fucking mouth? Is that how that works?
That is literally what I did, yes.
I just got close
Why
to it.
did I... Oh, I have all 3 stuns. I have all 3 stuns. Oh, fire attempt.
Did you just accidentally pull the pedestal?
I accidentally got the Ganon's Castle Vicky. I guess I should take bridges also on fucking stones.
Spending rupees in this game.
Imagine spending rupees in this game.
Imagine not being cursed.
Actually, that would be. You kind of need that piece either way.
I literally have yet to see a scene where Stockwell has a... No, I'm not doing it again while singing the Fortress of Winds theme, Dax. I'm not doing
Bridge
that.
is also okay.
Is there a way to Palace of Winds without the Veil Falls piece?
No.
Actually,
No?
not even glitches.
There
Okay.
is.
Oh wow.
Actually, I guess in Open Fusion one of the glitches there is, because you can go into the Wind Tribe house and then do Ocarina glitch probably.
Okay.
I can beat all trials, right?
So you actually need like 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
To,
You need
to
6
reach Palace of Winds.
kinstones for Palace
Oh,
in this.
never mind. Guess I'm just in go mode. Done in like 6 minutes.
Easy clap.
Alright, who wants to hunt some Doritos? What? Dude, King Gustav!
Wonka.
Wake the fuck up!
Hey!
Dude, I really
And I
hope I get the like
collect those
18th
else.
seed in a row where Gustav and the first chest give me nothing. That would be awesome. After Gooba
Oh,
being
yeah.
like, oh, I've never seen that happen!
The scene I gave Allison was even better because, of course, on top of that, the chest by the throne was the item, so it was just all 4 towers.
Yeah, Blade Chest on all 4 towers. Good name.
This is a good cave right now.
Yeah, this cave is generally pretty good.
Hey Dax, wanna revise that 255 estimate?
Imagine actually getting to have a sword.
It's pretty cool.
You guys
Yeah,
think
I
it would
think
be
that
worth?
sounds a little more reasonable.
Twice as long to have a sword yesterday.
You guys think it would be worth learning the back in time shit for Twilight Princess to make playing that game actually manageable? So you could like get past the boring intro and just get your Master Sword in like 20 minutes.
I think you should play normal Wind Waker and learn barriers.
I don't.
Yeah, let me just do a freaking manually super swim. 5
Yeah,
minutes.
You do that?
Yeah, nice hype game.
Wind,
Huh?
Wind Waker
Ah.
is a little ridiculous.
What was that? A sword
with speedrunning it.
2.
A sword, 2 Veils, or 2, not Veils Falls, but 2 Kinstone pieces, Kane Packy, and
I really need
Your,
Gooba to play the
Holy
seed,
Might.
because there's something I need to fucking laugh at him with.
Kind of the badge.
Like,
Get
Dax,
the
if you
badge.
know what I'm talking about, that was like the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen, right?
I mean, I'm probably going to play that seed literally later today. So.
Yeah, but I'll be asleep.
you can full clear Temple of Droplets without flippers, right? For the most part.
No, you can't full
There's
clear,
no
you can
check
do
you need
almost all
flippers
of it. But there's a
One
check
check.
that is...
Okay.
What do I need for go mode? Okay, I need
A lot of swords.
A lot of swords.
4 swords.
I'll type it when I have a down moment, Dex.
5 Kinstone pieces, the bow, the grip ring, and probably the power bracelets.
6 Kinstone pieces, excuse you.
This is true. And the spin attack.
No, it's actually 5.
So why do you need the grip ring?
So you
To
climb
get up
to
the
Veil
Veil
Falls.
Yeah,
Oh,
Veil
that's
Falls
right, that's
has-
right, yeah. Duh.
You can get around it for Cave of Flame, but you can't get around it for Veil Falls.
Yeah, I was only thinking Cave of Flames. I forgot about there being a wall up Veil
Power of
Falls.
the Apache.
God damn it. I just finished 5 minutes ago.
Imagine not calling it Packy.
Oh god. It even
I was say,
just
Dax,
keep
did you
on.
actually miss that? Because it was fucking hysterical. And is worth looking at.
It's just, I can't stop saying it with the accent. It just doesn't work otherwise.
I'll see if I can clip it after I kill Bloody. I would love for this part of Dark Hyrule Castle to disappear.
Which part? All of it?
All of
The
it?
part after the throne room.
Oh, the outside part?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I enjoy playing Keysanity because then you get to skip the entire second half of the dungeon. You can just waltz past the ball and chain guys and just go straight into the goddamn boss door. It's awesome.
At that point, the only thing you have to do is the outside portion.
Basically. You don't even have to rescue the king or do blade chest or anything. You just waltz straight up there, your shrine.
Feels waltz.
You're right, this isn't Wind Waker. It's similar to Wind Waker though, in that it is a Zelda game.
It's also dissimilar to Wind Waker in that it's not a bad randomizer.
Yeah, Sora, this is the cane that flips shit upside down.
Take that back.
No. Wind Waker's a... It's not the fault of the Wind Waker rando devs. They have done a good job with what they have, but the game fucking sucks for randomizing.
Blue chew monk ass.
Why are you doing Blue Chew, nerd?
Because I don't trust this seed. Also, Temple Droplet is highly suspect right now.
It's a fair point.
Turn around, you dingus. Okay.
Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you never dingus round.
Yo, Wand of Gamelon Rando sounds incredible.
Turn around,
Oh, God.
dingus.
I don't know if incredible is really the word.
You know,
but I
eventually
would
someone will
choose-
realize that I am a menace and I must be
mean-
stopped.
There are several different contexts for the word incredible.
That is actually
It's
true.
true.
It also means not able to give credit.
That is true. Oh
Which is a
yeah,
very exciting
a
title.
combo rando. So like SMZ3 but with all the CDI games.
When is our fucking Ocarina of Time Link to the Past Minish Cap combo rando? I can predict I would be at least one of the 2 best players of that.
We could do a relay.
I mean,
Someone on the
I actually do want to do a relay at one point with people.
someone in the OTR Discord was asking to do a relay, like a Link to the Past OT relay.
Yeah, that get bopped real good.
I was like, I would bot pretty much anybody in the fucking OOTR Discord with that.
Like a relay
I
with
don't know,
both you is
why
with
was
like
I fighting Lumpus, you tell me.
Oh, I missed a kiss.
Surely this is the time for the Super Mario 625 or whatever it was.
So is that are you talking about like a relay where 2 different people play the game
No,
back to back,
one
or you
person.
play both different games but you're the same person?
Well,
Well,
different. I think Alison talked about the former, Guma about the latter.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I would love a combo rando, but knowing that that is unlikely to happen, I would take a one person plays a bunch of of different games in a row. Mainly because I would be one of the only people who could do it decently. Because I
This
could
is
actually
true.
throw up decent times in every single one of the games.
Whereas I'm shit at everything that's not a Link to the Past.
I mean, you're in a challenge cup now, bro.
I mean, yeah, I gotta learn or die. And I'll probably die.
You know, there's actually a really easy way to not get fucked in Ocarina of Time. It's called use a map tracker, you dingus.
I refuse.
Hamster in shambles.
Maps are too big.
You're too big, oh.
You know what else is too big? Ridley.
I mean, you could shave an hour off Ocarina of Time, but I would still probably have a better time than you. Because I would probably beat you in both Ocarina and Link to Fast pretty comfortably in both games. I'm so good. Oh, I'm so good!
Are you gonna take this slander in my chat, Megawatt?
Yes.
This one playing Mario Maker.
Why is someone slandering by saying that Wind Waker Rando is a good game?
No, he's
Shireen's
calling me
saying
much
he's
shit
bad at
Mario.
Mario Maker.
I've actually heard that rumor that Megawatt's bad at Mario Maker.
He's just mad that he couldn't throw me into a pit in our last
That's
Mario
right,
Maker
Shireen's
session.
happy because the Ravens got eliminated from the playoffs.
Shireen's a very toxic Mario Maker player. I have to say.
I'll have a level he could throw himself
I
at for a while
believe
then.
Have you tried out his level? He's got a
No,
he's
I
got a
don't
real
play Mario
whopper.
Maker because I'm bad at platformers.
Pink, have you tried it? I could probably find it real fast. It's
Yeah, no.
a beaut.
I haven't actually turned the game on in a long time, but no, I haven't tried it.
He's a real connoisseur for sound effects.
Oh, okay. So he's he's normal, endless Mario Roulette. Understood.
Fucking did it, boys. I'm the
Look, I used to have a
greatest.
silver medal in endless freaking normal mode. I've seen it all when it comes to sound effects.
They give you medals for that shit?
Yeah,
Dude, I've gone like
That's-
800 consecutive normal mode levels and I haven't gotten a medal for it.
yeah. That's
what a
because
dorky.
this was shortly after the game came out, and the silver medal was 1,600 stages.
Fuck hell.
These first place ones were up to 10,000.
Alright, let me go find that level.
So there were literally
You play
people
too much
who-
Mario Maker.
Yeah,
you
there
play
was
that much
people that-
Mario Maker.
It's fun, but there
It's
is
a lot of fun.
normal mode roulette, not so much. It's like it's worse than easy mode roulette because
No,
where all the really half-ass stuff goes.
I mean, easy mode is like literally level after level of a flat ground with enemies, and it just dumps a bunch of Starmans on you at the beginning of the level, and you just
One
remember
more
the goal.
chime.
Occasionally, you get like a neat little puzzle level that's not too difficult to fail.
That's interesting.
What did you say?
Spin attack. Just decidedly out of logic. Huh.
Out of logic just because you don't have flippers.
Yeah, because I need flippers to get the last small key to put these things in logic.
Ah, okay. Alright, here we go. I got the course code.
That wasn't a terrible triple dark nut. It wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible. Alright, 255 might be a reasonable call, Dax.
There it is.
Probably a little bit later. 256 maybe.
Quality.
But we'll see how bad my body 2 is.
I got a bunch of levels that anybody want to play on. It just depends what kind of level you like. I got a few different types.
Make
That
them
does
play
not
Tubular
sound
Terror.
wrong.
I have easier levels if you just want to play those.
Okay, but make them play Tubular Terror.
No, Tubular Terror is if somebody is feeling masochistic on purpose.
Is this some like really Kaizo shit?
What?
Yeah, let me get you the video.
Oh, goodness. I mean, if you have a course ID, or course maker ID, or rather, I could give it a shot.
No.
Work my way up from the
Oh,
easier
I
shit.
forgot to do the gust trap thing. I'm so
I don't
bad.
know how Kaizo it is, though. If it's too Kaizo, I'm gonna have to pass.
It's
It's
pretty
pretty
goddamn
bad.
Kaizo.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
know.
it.
This is why I'm going to show you the video and not link you the course code. Although the course code's in it. So let me fetch you the video. I can remember how to get to it because YouTube layout's weird.
remember Vadi Dick. Okay. How do I do a spin and a slash in Phase 2?
Interesting that discussion of Todd would have to
attack
show
him
up when we're
and then
talking
you
about
slash
Mario
him.
Maker.
I don't understand the question.
Sorry, I like legitimately have a lot of trouble.
Well, the key to it is you have to like turn away from him when you charge his spin attack so you don't accidentally hit him.
Okay.
There you go, Megalon.
And then I just slash right afterwards.
Yeah, like you turn around, charge the spin,
okay, that's a clear
wait
condition.
for the spin to run out, and then turn on the flash.
No, come back!
You just have to be careful so you don't accidentally great spin. That doesn't
Okay,
work
so
very
great
well.
spin bad.
Yeah, great spin bad.
Well, this doesn't look too bad so far.
Uh-huh,
It's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad.
It's long is the big thing.
Vadi! 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 Let me kill you!
The
Yes,
big thing
well,
with those
that's
clear
exactly
condition
it.
stages is they don't have checkpoints.
That is very true. I made one of these myself. It is
What?
probably the worst thing I've ever done.
It gets
not
more and more
hit.
ridiculous as it goes along.
Goodness. Okay, at that. Okay, at that. That's pretty dumb. Holy
Well, that
shit!
was bullshit.
Right.
The first section is tame in comparison.
Oh, okay. What the fuck is that switch block jump? Alright. This is a good level. This is a good level.
This is what happens when I actually try to make something hard.
Just use the most bullshit clear condition in the game. Easy clap.
Alright. Vadi 3.
Just do some bullshit for him.
The depressing part is that was almost certainly my best Vadi 2 I've ever done.
So fun fact, Yula, I actually full cleared the run on the first visit.
I was not gonna do this shit without remote bombs, okay?
Hey, if I found it's not that bad with regular bombs. I even killed the matter pillar with
He was being
bombs.
kind of a dick.
Like, honestly, I think the cost of double dipping is probably about equal to fighting those shitheads with bombs instead of a sword.
I mean, it was only a 4 cycle on you.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, how about the matter pillar?
Oh, the matter pillar
the
actually
Matter
dies
Pillar
slow
was
with bombs.
interesting.
Yeah, that was some garbage.
You know what?
They freaking died of
Let me
bombs.
in!
And you can actually boot their nose with the boomerang, so the two of them in combination actually worked rather well.
Yeah, she actually did a pretty good job on it. Okay, Vadi 3 is way more of a dick than normal to make up for it.
Well, yeah, there you go. Think about that is by far my hardest stage.
I made one, like a different one, with that same clear condition. And it's literally like nothing but wall jumps the whole way through. So I got like this one kind of interesting section at the beginning where I just put a few different things down. And then like the middle section is the best part. The middle section is nighttime, what was it? I don't remember which one it is, but it's like nighttime something to where it's like low gravity. And it dumps you out at the top of a
Oh, good,
vertical
we're already
section.
off script.
It's like stretched as tall as it can go. And you're just like constantly spinning as it auto scrolls on the slowest option all the way down to the bottom. And you have to dodge a bunch of floating enemies and cannons and platforms.
3 cycle now.
Because if you land on the damn platforms, you just lose.
Oh, the slowest auto scroll.
It's great.
Oh, here.
Oh,
This is
my
probably
proud-
my most interesting stage.
I'm trying to get better with bomb strats, but I'd like
I don't have a video of it,
practiced them, and I haven't seen
because
that.
I didn't want to clear it again after I did the clear check.
Okay. That was awful. But I'm in first place because one other person has done this async.
Let me fix that for you later.
Feels on-off switch, man.
I'll say, enjoy your first place after this, Goomba. Wait, what? Did I not do my time for Async 6? Did I not do Async 6 and just skip it?
I'm just really happy with how this one turned out aesthetically.
Yeah, no, I knew I only did one. I thought I actually just missed it, Dex. So I thought I just didn't explode it. Let me find that clip for you now, because it's a pretty good meme.
Oh, this is good. I love sections where this happens.
Which part?
The part where you stand in front of coins that you just like activated the P-switch for.
Ah, yeah, that's just to get the stupid shell to catch up.
Yeah.
I use that sparingly. Prefer to catch up in other ways.
How far do you have to go off screen for that shell to despawn?
There you go.
That'd be like my
don't
primary
think.
concern.
One of those things where I tried to keep the sections
Actual
small enough
giant
that it's
fucking
not a problem.
hypocrite
There's
when it
one
comes to
section
this
where if
stuff,
you
like,
try to do
100%
it on
aware.
purpose, you will manage it, but the rest of the time
But I'm
you'll stay
full
out
on
of the
the
area.
I'm the worst fucking.
Because you're very reliant on
There
that
you go,
one
Dex.
shell.
This is true. The shell does seem pretty important for this level.
It's your
Hamza.
buddy. We're working together.
Other people shouldn't look at this. Actually, I'm gonna mark this as a spoiler. But you should.
I really thought Shireen knew I was able to hover.
Alright, anyway, I'm gonna cut stream. This was a little bit of a meme.
Welcome back, Lynn.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh, it's all.
I
always been
might come
me.
back and play
I mean,
Steins
yeah,
Gate in a bit,
but you've been,
'cause
like-
I hate myself and want to cry.
I
I thought you were dead for about an hour.
Because only
No, I'm just doing stuff.